We going. We on.
Rolling, y'all.
All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honors to our apostles and LGMS who rule well, teach well, being a great example to us younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing His word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, pushing to get up out of here, man. All right, we the true Hebrew Israelites, all right, the children of the promise according to the scriptures, and we come to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. All right, it's contrary, all right, to you people, popular belief. All right, you finna be highly disappointed, man.
That's right.
Right. The Lord is finna plague, all right, Babylon the Great with plagues, man. It's beginning now, man.
That's right.
All right. This happy-go-lucky spirit, never gonna stop spirit. All right. It's finna end, man.
That's right.
All right. Get the Isaiah, bro.
Come on. I'm gonna start at verse 8.
All right, you got it.
So like, oh no, my bad. You said verse 7, right? This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 7.
Yep.
6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the whole earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate.
Yeah, because the system that Esau, even the self-proclaimed white man, uses to run the earth, all right, has devoured the earth, man. All right, has promoted nothing but death, has promoted nothing but hate, has promoted nothing but war, man. All right? And that's because the self-proclaimed white man is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. So he runs this kingdom in deceit and wickedness, man. You know? And this is what it has led to, man. You got it, bro.
Come on, brother. It says, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the wine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh.
He said the new wine mourners, man. Because this way of living is a new way of living, man. Backwards as hell, man. You see, the woman is over the man. You know, transsexuals have rights. You know, pedophiles, all right, are being protected, man. You know, this that new wine, this that new philosophy, man. All right, that the serpent brought to Eve, and now we seeing it playing out throughout the planet Earth, man. You know, and it's causing what? Nothing but death, man. All right, you people live in a society where your leaders will unleash a disease on you just to push an agenda, man. All right, or just to see how you people will react, man, to a quarantine, man. All right, you live in the worst case scenario you don't even understand, man. You know. The Lord is finna shut these cities down, man. That's right. You know, all this free movement that y'all people doing, man. You know, you gonna wish, all right, that you can go get a subway in the days to come, man. You know, you gonna wish, all right, that you can go fuck off on Main Street, all right, with your boo, man. Them days finna come to an end. You people comfort's finna come to an end, man. All right? The Lord finna make good on His promises, man. You know? You got it, bro.
And that's coming a lot more sooner than later. For those of you all out there that are out there, man, you people are gonna be in complete disarray here when that time comes. As the priest had made this statement, you can walk around with a smirk on your face. These people know that there is a virus that's being unleashed all over the world, but they're not walking in a form of fear in their mind of what they can do to cover it. You have the Center of Disease Control that's putting particular stipulations that are out there that are giving you a heads up. Look, you might be quarantined. Look, you might have to be checked. But people ain't walking around within that fear. That's why when the Lord comes with His wrath, and part of His wrath goes into those pestilence, those plagues, that famine, noisome beasts and such, it's going to go over you people's heads, man. Like He says, He's going to come as a thief in the night. And we see all these people, starting with our own people, but that's what the Lord came for. But it's going to start with the house of Israel, man. There ain't going to be no way of repentance. We was talking about it earlier, man. We're in the process where the Lord is in the process of turning His face away, man. And when He turns His face away, He has no regard for you people that are out here, man. You Jakes, you don't want to adhere to the words of the prophets. You got it, brother.
You keep reading.
I got a quick precept for you. This is Psalm chapter 82, verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Hey, they walk on in darkness, man. Because these people that we see walking on past the camps, you know, to and fro, these people are in complete darkness, man. Because they don't understand the trickle effect of what's going on, man. All right? Because you got tons and tons of food that's just sitting on the coast right now, man, that they not taking in, man. You see, people just go to the grocery store, but they don't know the process of how their food gets there, man.
Right.
All right, you got the locusts that's eating the crops.
Yeah.
All right, that apple didn't grow in that grocery store, man. You know, it had to get there, man. But see, people are so out of tune with reality and the practicality of how things work. They just take things for granted, man. That's why this is the land that lives deliciously, man, without care, man.
That's right.
All right? They take for granted that when they wake up, the grocery store is gonna be full of food, man. All right? The traffic gonna be going. They're gonna have a job to go to, man. All right? It's gonna come a time when these businesses gonna shut down, man. All right?
That's right, brother.
You got it, bro.
This is back in Isaiah chapter 24, verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth.
Hey, go ahead.
The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth.
Hey, so all this fun and games and entertainment is finna cease, man.
Right.
You know, the noise of the tabret, man. You know, your amusement. All right, because that's all people live for, man.
Right.
All right. Let Esau destroy their ass during the week. All right. At work, just so they can have a day or two an outlet in the city, man. That's the lifestyle. That's what people have become content with, man. But the Most High finna snatch that away, man.
That's right, brother.
All right, very soon, man, and we can't wait. All right, because when you were crying, all right, when you out here destitute, when you through, the prophet's gonna be smiling, man. All right, we gonna be laughing, man.
That's right.
You know, because it's about time for the wicked to get their just due, man.
Yeah,
that's right. You know,
That's right.
Exactly, man. Yeah, I mean, Con. I was gonna say, just to land back off of the brother, that's the same thing that the Lord put on us.
Yep.
All right, desolation, fear, the harp ceaseth. You read about that in the book of Psalms chapter 131, starting from the top, going into our captivity. But now we see that the curses of Israel is being lifted, and that burden is getting ready to get put on our enemies, which starts with Esau and Edom. All right, and what more better way can you do it than giving it to his prized possession, which is Mystery Babylon, America? Okay, so we're getting ready to bear witness to a lot of miraculous things, man. All right, people can walk around like it's fine, all you want to, it's fine, this is your kingdom. Okay, but right now we're in the start of something huge right now, man. The coronavirus, that's becoming a pandemic, man. People are walking around just looking at little birdies flying around their head, man.
We had the health minister of Iran. He was on TV telling the people not to worry about the coronavirus. This nigga started sweating and coughing. The next day he was diagnosed with it, man.
Wow.
You know?
That's true.
So showing you that,
That's bad.
hey, see, Esau can kick these things off, but see, it's coming a time when the Lord finna intervene.
That's right,
and he
brother.
finna really keep these things going, man.
Right.
You know? We in a time where everybody finna get judged, man. And we pray that we keep enduring where we don't have no part of the plagues with you people, man.
That's right.
You know?
Isaiah 24:9. They shall not drink wine with a song.
Hey, they should not drink wine with a song. Go ahead.
Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Hey, you ain't gonna be able to drink this away, man. You know? It's gonna be so bad out here because after a bad day of work or a bad week or a bad month, you know, you can go drink, you know, try to drown yourself in the liquor, but it's not gonna work because it's gonna be so bad out here, man. You're gonna be too busy trying to stay alive, man. You know, it's gonna be death around every corner, man. You know, you people with all this fake love that you come up here and push on us, all right, you're gonna be at each other's throats, man. You know, all this finna go out the window, man. That fake love, man, finna get real bad out here, man. And you people not ready for it, man.
That's right.
All right? Because the Illuminati, the elite bankers, all right, have made you Americans so oblivious to any damn thing, all right? You believe everything except the truth, man.
Exactly.
You know?
This is verse.
Just can I say something just real quick? You have to keep in mind the Lord named Esau and his nation the sword of the earth. All right. So when you see things like the coronaviruses and other diseases and these type of nukes that's getting made and these type of weapons, like, man, he just made a drone that could do this. Man, this man went from being able to barely reload a gun back in 1742 to almost 260 years later, he has planes, he has everything.
That's
He's flying in the air. This is the most advanced This is the fastest technology has ever advanced in the history of just the art of war.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So what is this? It's really the Lord sending plagues on these people.
That's right.
He's making him this strong, of course, so the Lord gonna make the point to defeat him.
Right. That's right.
You know, like, so when he, just like even with the virus, he financed the virus, made the virus, and then he also bought the vaccine, got stocks on the vaccine. So he made money both ways.
Yep. That's right.
All right, this is the way that this devil works. But you people, you're nothing but sacrifices to his demon. So when you die off, that's the sacrifice to keep this place going.
Exactly.
All right, at least he think it's gonna keep going, but it's not.
Great point. That's a great point.
If I can say this, those masks are gonna be null and void too, man.
Yep.
They say you still gonna have to get checked out, right? Even if you got masks, and they said the mask, I believe that's available in certain places. Out of date. Those are out of date. Yeah. And everybody's gonna be through, man.
That's right.
The stock market, what? They lost $5 trillion in assets.
Yep.
Bro, CEOs resigning. Bro, this place through, man.
You got farmers committing suicide. You know, them, what you say, them locusts eating a village worth of crops in 30 seconds.
And that coronavirus is community diagnosed now.
Yeah.
8,400 in California, and when one of the first cases in California, he didn't even go to China. How the hell you catching you in Cali?
So it shows you everything like the news that we see, you know, it's all a world stage, man.
Right, that's all it is.
You know, we filter everything through the scripture. We know these things gonna come no matter what means they come by.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
But they gonna come regardless, man.
That's right.
I got a quick one. The book of Isaiah 30, I'm starting at verse 10, which said to the snares, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
Yeah, because our people, they don't want to hear conversation like this.
That's right.
They don't want to hear what the true prophets, all right, of the Lord have to say, man. They don't want to hear the true narrative of the Bible, man. You see? Everybody, don't nobody really debate, you know, with the Bible anymore, because they found out what the spirit of Yahweh Shai don't reveal through his men is you people don't believe in the Bible.
That's right.
That's why you don't see a lot of people coming up to debate about the Bible. They just come to scoff and mock, you know, or just be a hindrance to a word, man.
That's right.
All right?
It says,
People don't believe, man. You got it, bro.
it says, speak unto us smooth things,
Yep.
prophesy deceits.
Hey, we ain't here to speak smooth things. I keep going on there, bro. We ain't here to speak smooth things, man. Because smooth things ain't coming, man.
Right.
All right? The Lord say the scripture say the slain of the Lord gonna be from one end of the earth to the other, man.
Right.
All right, from Dallas to Dubai, man. You know, wrap your mind around it, man. You know, the Lord got a large perimeter he finna deal with, man.
Right.
You know, ain't gonna be 30 cases, 8 deaths. No, the numbers gonna do a quantum leap, man. When it comes to the death that's coming, man.
That's right.
You know.
Skyrocket.
Yeah, keep going, bro.
It said, get you out of the way.
Yep.
Turn aside out of the path.
Yep.
Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Hey, they want to cause the Holy One of Israel to cease before them, and we are the ambassadors. So when they say that, they want us to stop coming out here, man.
Right.
You know, they want to turn out the way. They want to get us out the way. They just want to live folly, and they don't want to be condemned for this madness, man. All right, through, man. You know, keep going, bro.
It said, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because you despise the word and trust in oppression.
Hey, our people despise this word and they trust in oppression, man. And it's gonna be a lot of you people disappointed, man. All right? A lot of you people gonna be disappointed because people think it's gonna somehow get back to normal, man. You know, because they hear about all this bad news, but then it's a Good Friday, the sun out, they pay their hit, especially their free check, what they say, their free check. Hey, nigga forget everything, their free check. You know?
It is tax season today.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Temporary Hollywood status.
It's the height of pride going on right now.
Yeah, so we ain't worried about nothing, man. You know, but they finna be disappointed, man.
Exactly.
You know, cause hey, that nigga, the health minister in Iran, he got plenty of money, man. You know, but guess what? That nigga still subject to the plagues of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah.
That's right.
You know,
Can't
you got
say
it, bro.
He said, and perverseness and stay their own.
Yep, you stayed there on, which means you depend on this, man. You know, and you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, this is all you depend on, man. You know, you can't think nothing outside, all right, of America, man. Nothing outside of Westernization, man. You see, that's why the gospel, all right, can't penetrate you, man, because you try to make it fit, you know, within the framework of Westernization, man, because this is what you trust in, man. You know, you trust, all right, that those benefits gonna be there, man. You trust that direct deposit is going to be there, man. The Lord finna break this place down, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
You got it, bro.
Yeah. He said, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall,
Yep, go ahead.
swallowed out in a high wall,
Yep.
whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Hey, so if the Lord say, since you trust in it, it's gonna be like a breach that's gonna break instantly, man. You know, because you go into the ancient world, when you would breach a wall, you have to chip away at that wall, man. You know, it would take some time. But the Lord say these things that he finna bring is like a breach that's breaking away instantly, man. You know, because once this thing hit, once they start shutting cities down, ain't gonna be no going back, man.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be it, man. We're gonna ride this thing out to the kingdom, man, until we see Yahweh shot, man. Because that's what this thing is about, man. That's why we out here, man.
That's right.
Second coming of Yahweh shot, man. You know, that was it on that. You got it, bro.
This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord,
Yep.
and put not off from day to day.
Hey, this ain't the time to be procrastinating, man. You know, this ain't the time to be playing around, not to be serious. All right. You agree with the truth, but you're not making no changes in your life, man.
Right.
This ain't that time, man, for brothers out there, you know, that's on the fence, man. This is the time to be rooted and locked in, man. Because once this thing start moving fast, man, the Lord not going to slow them down, man.
Right. That's right.
You know, for you to try to catch up, man. This the time to be rooted in the word, man.
That's right.
That's right.
You know, because these people going to be finished, man.
That's right.
All right, these people ain't got no stability of what's to come, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
They don't think nothing passes like this night here, man.
Right.
Half
Right.
of them ain't gonna remember this night tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Partying, living that life like in the days of Noah, man.
Yep.
And majority of you Israelites, 2/3 of our own people, man, that damn sure don't apply to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't making no way to turn to the Lord. You see the sign out here. You hear the message that coming by. A lot of these people that walk by have walked by plenty of times, man. So when the word of the Lord, when Yahweh Shai comes with the angels and brings that judgment with those fire along with those nukes, and even before that, the plagues that we going into, he's going to be completely justified within those doings, man.
Right.
That's right.
Because you were comforted in those daily securities that you've had in your life.
Right.
You know? Well, we're supposed to turn to the Lord. That's going to be the only way to get out of here, man. People want a mask. People, we was talking about it earlier, the brother Tazama and myself. I was like, damn, a lot of people wearing these masks later for this corona shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it was funny. It was like, man, we ain't gonna need no mask. Look for those men. But though, if you a man of the Lord, you're gonna be covered, man. If the Lord wants you sick, ain't no mask gonna stop that, man. You're gonna get it regardless, man. But ultimately what I'm getting at is, our mask is the Holy Spirit. That covering, man. And if you tarrying away, if you ain't turning back unto the Lord, and you tarrying day by day, you ain't gonna be covered, man.
Right.
It's a little more to this. It says, so like I'm gonna read this again. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, you're going to be destroying your security, man.
Right.
Because on the sudden, this thing is going to happen, man.
Right.
All it take is for Esau to say it's an outbreak, man.
That's right.
He can just throw out a number and say, look, the coronavirus went up from 3 to 3,000. You got to shut California down, all right? Then we're going to have to shut New York down, you know, quarantine Houston. It don't take nothing but Esau to make something up, you know? He pulling out his ass, man, you know, and make it like it's facts. And then he comes in with his agenda, man. You know?
He creates one thing Esau is good at. He controls the narrative.
Yeah.
He creates it, then he controls it.
Right.
You know, when you watch UFC and you watch boxing, you know, you will notice that who's the best? It's always Israelites. Israelites are always the champion. Now, watch the WWE. Why is
Triple H.
Why is Triple H and Edomites and John Cena and it's nothing but Edomites, but you know, Jake is always getting their ass beat. Jake never get further than the Intercontinental title and all of that. He never makes it far.
Right.
Why? Because he controls the narrative. But in real life, we know that that's not true.
Right.
So when you watch CNN and you watch the things that you watch, and you hear about certain things, this devil, he's already created a whole narrative for that years ahead of time.
Right.
Then boom, hit you with it. He demonized Iran years ahead of time. Demonized Russia since forever. Demonized all the other nations from years back. So when he hit you, all the people believe it. It's so quick for everybody to say, man, you heard what they did? But when you really look into it, and you look up news channels and different things in their languages, they like, what America just do? America sent fake protesters here. Then killed all the protesters. You know, like, it shows you just how big of a devil this is. Like, they say that the man wiser than Daniel. All right, that he made him wiser than Daniel. I mean, you gotta give credit to that.
Right.
On the left-hand side, he knows how to create a form of wickedness that has deceived and enchanted the whole entire earth.
That's
right. You know?
I got a quick one for you.
Go ahead, Sean.
This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Right. They go astray speaking lies. That's all they know how to do.
That's right.
You know, if you've been on a job and you worked around Esau, you brothers who's still on a job and you work around Esau, you will notice that most of the people your level, you know, they probably they are your color, you know, or they Israelites. But when you get around him, he's at the top level, and he tells you things like this: hey, buddy, I mean, you're doing a great job, and you know, you guys keep up the good work. And then he goes in his room and he tells, hey, fire him, and Lakeisha, she's got to go. That's right. And, you know, he does all this. He's a liar.
Yep.
He's a liar. That's exactly what they do. Then they tell you, hey, you know what? Don't even leave the gate open anymore. Scan the cars. I want to see what time they're coming in. This is the type of person that he is.
Yeah. Right.
He did the same thing to on a wider scale to all the other nations. He lied to them. Then in the end, destroyed them all.
That's right.
Or destroyed them from the inside out. That's what this devil do. So even when you see young Edomites, young devils,
That's right.
they grow up to be big devils.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
They can't help it. It's in their blood.
That's right.
They literally get an adrenaline rush off of destruction and lies and deceiving you.
That's right.
That's how they able to do it. It's nothing but a game to them. Think about it. If you was in a Rothschild's position with $850 trillion and all this other stuff, and you got other Edomites with you with trillions, what would you be doing? Would you be planning all these schemes to mess people over? And you ain't got time for all that. You got the fatness of the earth.
Right.
You better go enjoy that. There's no time to get an adrenaline rush off of making a nuclear bomb and tricking a man to thinking that he's making money when he's really not. Create social security cards and vaccines and stocks and bonds and all this other stuff that nobody care about.
That's right.
Creating cryptocurrencies, and who does that? But when the Lord creates somebody like the sword of the earth, yeah, he creates wickedness in its perfection.
That's right.
All right.
He's righteous. He's righteous in wickedness. Like
Right.
Pastor Hart said.
He's righteous in wickedness.
He's doing everything the Lord told him to do, but it's wicked.
If I might say, if I might say, the government just put in the order for 38 million masks to these different hospitals. But if you go to the CVS or the Walgreens, you can hardly find these type of masks. So with that being said, he's going to make millions or billions of dollars just off selling the masks.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So he making money in the doing of chaos, man.
Right.
You know, it's a
It's a
fucking
term
devil,
called
man.
out of chaos.
Yep.
Problem, reaction, solution. Or the
Yeah.
Hegelian dialect.
Right.
You'll create a problem, observe the reaction, and they already got the solution in the background.
Yep.
That's right.
That's what you're going into. But I
And
want
they
to back
sell it to you.
Yeah. I want to back y'all up with this real quick. This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right.
When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand."
Right. So when they wake up in the morning, you know, no, it ain't about cooking some eggs and get some avocados or something and just having a delicious breakfast. Nah. This devil, he'll drink a coffee just so he could have enough energy to think of more wickedness. All right? It's like, man, just wait till I tell you this, guys. I just got done drinking a Corona. Guess we're gonna name the virus. Yeah. I mean, hey. And then after we get China and we get America, we're gonna put it in America. But then we're gonna get the Mexicans.
Right.
And that's what Esau does, and they just laugh about it.
That's not far-fetched at all. That's right, brother. Hey, and even when you look at it, man, when you wake up and whatever you do in the morning, that sets the standard of your day, man.
Right.
You know, so as we were bringing out these precepts going into Esau, he wakes up meditating on heinous things that he wants to do to the children of Israel and the rest of the world. That's how he's going to carry the rest of his day and the rest of his life, man. He can't even sleep. He can't even sleep. And it's going to be like that until the Lord comes back. That's why we need divine intervention, man. That's why the days need to be shortened. Because if they keep on going at the rate that it's going, everybody's done, man.
Yep.
You know?
Got precept. You say you can't sleep.
Yeah.
In Proverbs 4:16, it said, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless
Right.
they cause sun to fall."
Tossing and turning.
See, he can't end his day unless he did something wicked. That's why brothers talking about the job, and I saw a lot of brothers looking, hey, when you're on a job with Esau had to have done something that puts you in an uncomfortable position, and now he could go home and sleep at night.
Yep. That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And that's what he does. He enjoys it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just give this guy a lot more job duties. But guess what, guys? We're not gonna pay him any more money. We're not gonna do it for him. But watch him do it, because he's gonna be scared when I threaten him. And then he's gonna go home and sleep like a baby. Because this is the type of man, this is the type of demon that he is. Who would look at a watermelon and be like, tired of sitting seeds out? I know what to do. Like, you know, you make a way smaller version that ain't delicious at all, and this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? And who would do that to your food? Who would want to feed the cows anything except for grass? But he would do that.
That's right.
All right, you got these devils that are willing to destroy. Well, they're destroying themselves, trying to destroy us.
Right. That's right.
But really, that's the whole goal for it. The Lord has set them up like a chess move.
Right.
They thinking they're winning, they're doing all this, and then they end up in a position where they got trapped.
Right.
It's going to be a checkmate. They're set up to destroy themselves. All right, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And Jake, who walking around here, all comfortable, thinking it's all good. Hey, when America get hit, they told you that it'll never be an attack on American soil. All right, but when Americans get hit, a lot of these jobs gonna shut down.
That's right.
And when these jobs shut down, they're gonna shut down because they're gonna say we're calling for all Americans to help, and that's called a draft. All right. And then a lot of them, and then when the chip comes, a lot of your jobs under the draft, they're gonna use buildings like these, more than likely, and make them chipping stations to be able to chip the masses. Because there's gonna be a lot of people that need to get it.
That's right. That's right.
All right, this is gonna be a very bad situation, but of course, people like to live in a fantasy world.
That's right.
They love to believe what they want to believe. They know that there's horrible things happening, but they tell themselves, well, look, this is what I have going on and this is my life.
Right.
That's called somebody who's not being honest with themselves.
Right.
Denial.
They're in denial.
Like Jake hate to read Revelation. Like it ain't gonna happen. If you don't read it, it ain't gonna happen.
That's right.
That's scary.
Yeah.
like that right now.
Hey, story's been written. It was written. That's right. Hey, but the scripture said, we read it earlier, they walk on in darkness.
Right.
You know, so walking on in darkness means that you choose to be privy to what's going on, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the Lord that does it, but as we're going into, these people choose to not want to read Revelation because it's too scary, or they choose not to go deeper in the news, or they choose to close their ears while we out here preaching, whatever the case is.
Right.
You know, they choose to do it.
Right.
Con, I got a quick precept too, real quick. This is Isaiah, because this is going into the wicked. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and said, none seeth me.
Yeah, because see, Esau think that what he's been doing and what he's been allowed to accomplish through his wickedness, that's going to continue to work, man.
Right.
You know? But the Lord set him up for a short season, man. You know? For prophecy's sake, man. But now we're in the time of Esau being broken down, man.
That's right.
You know? And there ain't no reversing it, man. Esau, this kingdom is going down, man. And the Lord is making him started, man.
Right.
That's how powerful the Lord is, man. He gonna make you tear your own kingdom down. All right, then he gonna come top you off, man. That's why scriptures say that Esau, the wicked, is gonna be brought to the king of terrors, man.
Right, that's right.
Because Esau like to play like he the king of terrors on the earth, man. You know, but nah, you finna be brought to the real king of terrors, man.
That's
All
right.
That's gonna play out through your Howard Shot, man.
Right.
You know.
Con, it says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Yep, they had perverted thee, all right, which was what made thee twisted, crooked, backwards, man.
Right.
You know, Esau has got these resources, this knowledge, and became very perverted, man. You know, very crooked and strange, all right, in the way that he does things, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Con. It says, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else besides.
Hey, let's show you the pride of Esau Edom. He says that I am, all right? Who made that statement in the Bible, man? Is that what the Most High said to Moses? I am, you know? But this how Esau think, man. He think he is, man. You know? But we finna see. You know, two people claiming I am, we got to see. You know? And we already know who's gonna come out on top, man.
Yeah, that's the main point on that one.
Romans 3 and 3.
This St. John 6 and 16.
Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect?
Yeah, so if you don't believe, you know, what does that mean?
Right.
What does your unbelief have to do with what the Lord's going to do in the earth, man?
Right.
You know, the Lord not concerned about your opinion, your blog, your meme on YouTube, Facebook, man. That don't matter, man.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, the thumbs down. All right, milks are still getting prepped as we speak. You know, if you allowed to go to the draft, your ass finna get shipped over there, cross seas. You know, all these things still gonna play out, man.
Reversible.
Yeah, it's irreversible.
That's why the scripture say they would have healed Babylon, but she is not
Yeah,
healed,
she
man.
through.
It ain't gonna be no healing in this place.
Yeah,
Right.
You can't take away what the Most High has already prescribed for this place.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. The scriptures say, my word shall not return unto me null and void, man. You know, so his word has to be accomplished. I mean, and this was written thousands of years ago. But you read it in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, it says, in the end it shall speak. All right, so right now we're at the end, and all these things that were written of by our fathers are being made manifest and speaking. And he has his men, those men back then, here today proclaiming these things, letting you know what's up, man.
That's right. He said, Most High forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Yeah, so the Lord say he'll rather he be the only person true and everybody else a liar, man.
Right.
That's right.
All right?
Right.
Then for his word not to come to pass, man. All right, you people crazy, man. You know? America had puffed you people up, man. Well, you think your opinion holds some type of weight, man. All right? It don't matter, man.
Straight up, brother.
You know? Get
I got that John for you.
Get Jeremiah 15 and 1.
This is John chapter 16, verse 20. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. Ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. A woman, John 16 and 20, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice.
He was talking to the disciples, man. You know, and he said they will weep and lament, you know, and the world will rejoice. And that was for us in these times, because we are the disciples of Yahushua, you know. All right, it was a time period where we were weeping and lamenting, man. Going back to Ezekiel 9 and 4, crying a sign for the abomination that be going on, man. You know, and the world is rejoicing within these abominations, man. So they don't care, man. You see, you got it, bro.
God. It says, but the world shall rejoice. Ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
Hey, he said our sorrow gonna be turned into joy, man. That's why when we hear any bad news, all right, we get rejoiceful, man. You see, y'all bad news is our good news, man. That's how the Lord said up in the spirit, man. That's how our sorrow gonna be turned to joy, and they joy gonna be turned to sorrow, man.
That's right.
All right, because our people are spiritually attached to this place, man. You know, they emotionally attached to this place, man. You know, we not. All right, that's why the Lord put the spirit separated from this place, man. So when we see these things, we won't have sorrow, man. All right, we don't give a damn. All right, about you know the pleasures of this place, man.
That's
we
right.
just live day to day here, man.
That's right,
You know, we live with balance.
right.
You know,
That's
but at the same time, we can give a damn if it stop right now, man.
Right.
You know, if we ain't, like, we're gonna be sad because we ain't got to go to work tomorrow because it's quarantine. Great, goddamn. Hey, I can't wait till I pull up and see CDC. I'm gonna drive straight past that motherfucker. Hey, you gonna have Jake trying to stop and ask questions? Yeah, you gonna have CDC with the mask on. Jake gonna be trying to ask a question like, so we can't work today? Crazy ass working around here, man.
Hey, if you know, just the land back as well, bro, because it said when they lament, finally we're gonna be in joy.
Yeah.
All right. When we see these people lamenting, all right, one thing to always consider is the fact that these are things that the Lord said was going to come to pass. So what we're witnessing is the word of the Lord being fulfilled. And when we see these things being fulfilled, we know that our salvation is right around the corner. The day of judgment, as the scriptures say, man. So we joy because the kingdom's right around the corner, man.
Exactly.
And the Lord clearly said these things were going to come to pass in this type of way, form, and fashion. And we're seeing it play out in that same exact way. So it's joyful enough to see this because His word is speaking, man.
Exactly.
You know?
You're going to laugh at your calamity. You're going to mock when your fear coming, like it says in Proverbs, the first chapter.
That's right.
And if the Lord will have it, we're going to pop big bottles, man, to your destruction.
Right.
You know?
We're going to do it with your house shot.
Exactly.
And that cherry.
Because these people not spiritual at all. So they going around YOLO doing what they want to do. But the spiritual fact of the matter is, it always talks about a spiritual battle in heaven. And when you go into Revelations, it has this thing called the seven trump. The seven trumps. All right. And it said that the Lord has all these angels. He has these angels holding back destruction and the winds of destruction. They're holding it back. Why? This is a grace period. This is the time that's meant for our people to repent, get right. All right, in the midst of the adversity. That's right. In the midst of the most wicked society ever that's ever existed, it's time for our people to get right and repent.
Exactly.
All right, and the rest of the heathens, they heathens.
Right.
But with that being said, you don't realize the righteous angels on the right-hand side, they're holding back. Right. The left-hand angels, just like Satan told the Most High, when they talked in the book of Job, the Most High asked, hey, where you been? He said, going up and to and fro throughout the earth.
Yep, that's right.
What do you think he's doing now? He's going to and fro throughout the earth. Why do you think these people, they have these evil spirits on them?
Right.
Matter of fact, they say they in the book of Tobit, it talks about the incense, and it says that the demons don't like the smell. Well, when we first started camp, it was a group of women and a black woman. They came through here and started calling. Like, this smell not even reaching way over there. Why? There's actual demons on these people.
Right, that's right.
All right. So what's gonna happen? The reason why our lamentation is gonna turn into joy is because, look, we're lamenting because This side is wicked.
Exactly.
The left-hand side is having free course to do whatever on this side.
That's right. That's right.
That's why you see nothing but death. That's why you see the food getting messed up. It's free course. And hey, these satanic, these left-hand side angels, hey, they going through, and even the men of the Lord, they trying the men of the Lord. Like we trying to make them go off and be wicked.
That's right.
We gonna show the Most High, hey, that they ain't got it.
That's
We
right.
gonna show the Most High they ain't really trying to serve Him. They ain't really trying to be with what you about. They doing their job. But when the time come, the right-hand side angels, the Spirit of the Lord, like Joel chapter 2 said, the Spirit of, He's gonna pour out His Spirit amongst the people.
Right. That's right.
That's why the woman is gonna have visions. That's why we're gonna see visions.
Right.
That's why brothers are gonna see angels. That's why brothers are gonna see prophecy. That's why all these things are gonna happen. I mean, all these things are gonna happen on the planet. Hey, and we're gonna be full of joy.
Right.
Because we're gonna watch this all go down. While meanwhile, we're gonna watch things, the Lord gonna move all the stumbling blocks out our way and just increase. So we're gonna be increased. All right, notice how the Lord said, and I believe it was Isaiah 56 or Isaiah 55, where He stated, my servants shall eat, drink.
It's 6 and 15. You shall
6
be
and
long
15.
life. You shall be
Go ahead. Okay, yeah, you can get it. Yeah, you get it. Okay. You already have one?
No, I saw it.
Okay. But He said that His servants are going to eat and going to drink and be happy. All right? So it's going to show, but He said that the other people going to be perishing for famine. They're going to be dying. They're going to be hurt, man.
Right.
Why you think it say that a multitude of people are going to try to come into the truth then? All right? Why you think Isaiah 4 and 1 state that Eve, now Eve looked like she just, there's no hope left.
Man.
When it comes to that, it's just like, it ain't no way this going to repent.
Man.
But it say these women going to come up to you in groups. In groups. Saying, hey, let me be your wife to take away my sins.
We was talking about that earlier.
All right. Why? Because they see the power. You can't be touched.
Right.
That's right.
You literally can't be touched.
That's right.
You literally will have authority over demons. So for all the men that fell out and all the people that act like they don't hear us, you got so many people that walk by us and act like it was the wind blowing.
Right.
I don't know, I guess just hearing stuff. Like they act like that, hey man, that's your loss. In the end, it wasn't worth what you get to do in this life. Get to be on the Price is Right. You know, have Drew Carey pull the thing down for you. Oh, 500. Roll again. Like, that's what you got to do. You got to go to the UK, and it's like you took a trip that costs a whole lot of money. All right, you got to get a good job with benefits and get that house. All right, nah, man. You got to hang out with white people. You know, Edomites. You got to be cool with them. You know, live in one of their mansions.
Be a demon man.
Well, you got nothing on this end. You got nothing but the bad end of the stick.
That's right.
Matter of fact, it reminds me of Deontay Wilder, like we were talking about him in the truck. See, Deontay Wilder, the man went 43-0 with one draw, knocked out 41 people. This man got one loss. And before Tyson Fury left, Tyson Fury was the best. He lost to the best in the division, but look at how he's being mocked and beat down.
Exactly.
I'm talking about straight destroyed just for one.
Right. That's
You
right.
you getting the bad end of the stick being here, man.
Yeah, real talk.
That used to make men of the Lord mad. Men of the Lord didn't like when you talk bad about mighty men.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But you see, that's just the way that it's going, and now he's the joke of everybody.
Exactly. Hey, himself alone, I believe, of course, both of them two together, but they grossed around like what, 8.3 million in ticket sales, man.
Yeah.
So Esau had a huge come up, but at the same time, like you said earlier, controlling the narrative, putting mud in his name, slandering him up and down the way, man. That's why the saints are rest. You know?
Yep. And they'll do the same thing to Floyd Mayweather.
Straight up.
They'll do all that. Floyd Mayweather get hit twice in a fight. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's been exposed. Like all that. You see it?
That's right.
I knew it.
You getting the short end. Yeah, I knew it. You see, you getting the short end of the stick, Jake. No matter how famous you get in this society, no matter what you are. LeBron started messing up. Look at LeBron. Sorry.
Right.
That boy getting old. Right? You see it? What he's supposed to do with time.
Yeah, man.
Supposed to stay young? Like, come on, man. You know, but this is the way that this society is. My whole point of mention that was, look, Jake, you getting the short end of the stick, and you want to stay in this society, you don't realize, hey, death gonna come and the tide gonna turn real quick.
Right.
It's just gonna flip. And you're not gonna see it, and you're gonna realize nothing's going your way. Why? Because the Lord is gonna command those evil spirits to get on you.
Yep.
You already wicked, Jake, so the Lord just let the evil spirits try to mess with us to get us off track.
Right. That's right.
But when the time comes, those evil spirits are gonna just be on you like white on rice with a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm.
They gonna see him. They gonna see him.
I got a cookie for you. Isaiah 65, started at verse 14. He said, "Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit."
Right. You're gonna howl for vexation of spirit. See, these people, they walk around, they act like it's just whatever. You know, they've been spoiled in this society. All right, they've been spoiled. They think that wickedness is cool, whatever. Hey, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want just because nothing has happened. But see, when that time comes, the tide gonna turn and it's gonna be easily seen who's the men of the Lord and who's not. All right? And what's gonna happen to these people, since those evil spirits gonna turn on them, I'll ask you brothers, have y'all ever been like attacked by a demon, like in your sleep? Or have you ever seen a demon like possess another person and just start messing with you? And out of everybody they could mess with, they point you out. Oh no, it's you. And they do that to you. You know, this is the type of thing that's gonna happen to these people. They're not gonna be asleep. They're not gonna be able to sleep at night, man. They're gonna have nightmares when they sleep. So then they're gonna end up catching insomnia, all types of other stuff because they don't want to sleep. Then they gonna see spirits walk in their room, mess with them. They gonna wake up, spirits staring at them, using all these different forms. They looking at people calling them crazy. They like, man, I saw this. They like, man, you schizophrenic, man. You need some medicine. That's what they're gonna be saying to these people. There's gonna be all types of stuff happening to them. These spirits gonna hop on them like, man, I'm just gonna shoot everybody, man. And those type of spirits gonna have their way with them. All right? And people think that's not real. But now that's real. Free will, no. It ain't no free will. It already told you in the book of Job, when a man sleep at night, that's when the Most High put the will on him. All right? But who do you think the Most High used to do that? The Most High used angels to come down and do that.
That's right.
All right? So when a man sleep or when a man is in his trance or meditation,
Right.
he used the angels to do it. So what if he uses the wicked spirit of angels to come and instruct these people?
Right.
They wake up that morning with a whole different mind frame. Man, I hate my job. Everybody dying today. And that's just how it goes.
Good.
It sounds crazy, but that's a lot of what we gonna see.
That happened in Milwaukee.
Yep. Yep.
Jack shot up that brewery. He got fired 21 years. He thought he was finna retire. Came back, sprayed the place up, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got the precept for that.
Con. Good.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Job chapter 33, verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumbering upon their bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions.
Man, so the scripture's telling you plain. How about Shema Shabrakatah, brother? But yeah, the scripture's telling you plain. He opened your ears while you sleep, so you don't see it happen. All right? And he opens your ears and he seals your instructions. That means whatever you about to do the next day, you gonna be there. And it also lets you know, as brothers in the faith, we have to stay faithful and we have to keep praying. All right? We can't be just lackluster. We can't accept being mediocre. Like, yeah, well, I think I'm doing pretty good. Nah, you should want perfection. You should desire perfection every single day in your spirit. Even the internal flaws within yourself that you know everybody else can't see, and what your spirit is telling you that you got to do to correct it, you need to listen to that.
That's right.
All right, because it just told you in the scriptures, the Most High sealing your instruction on what you gonna do the next day while you in a deep sleep. All right, he got these angels coming down. He can easily let the evil angel have his way.
That's right.
The righteous angel don't have to tell the evil angel, hey, look, man, nah, you can't do that. Nah, you can just let that left hand side go on in there. Hey, man, just go on ahead, man. Fight your brother, man. They're gonna sneak it real quick.
Yep.
Just because you don't like how like when he rebuked you a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
Hey, he can tell you that next thing you know, your whole life just went downhill,
That's right.
man.
That's right.
And these same evil spirits gonna hop on these people. That's the
right.
point.
Hey, the thing about them angels, they're pleased through the will of the Most High too, man.
That's right.
They take pleasure in whatever it is, man. The Lord's angels takes pleasure in performing His will. Quick precept for you. This is Psalm chapter 103, starting at verse 19. The Lord hath prepared His throne in the heavens, and His kingdom ruleth over all. Bless the Lord, ye His angels that excel in strength, that do His commandments, hearkening unto His voice of His word.
Right. And you know what Job said, man? See, like say the angels excel in strength. Now when Job was being tormented, Job, he got a passage in there where he states that he was complaining to the Most High because he was like, my sleep is supposed to be sweet to a man. Like I can't sleep. Then after that he said, he in the middle of the night, in his sleep, he wakes up in that other world, you know, and a spirit walk into his room made all the hair stand up on his head and on his body. Every hair stood up on his body. So, nah, you don't stand a chance against that,
You don't
man.
stand. Yes, right. I'm sorry, bro.
And then, go ahead.
It says they excel in strength.
Right.
Juggernaut, yeah, they're doing with the will of the Heavenly Father, man.
That's right.
See, there's holy communion happening in the spirit world.
Right.
When a person dies, you don't go to hell. You go back to the spirit world.
That's it.
And you receive instructions, whether on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. And the Most High might commission you to come and be an evil spirit on the earth, man.
Yeah.
That might be your job when you go back to the heavens. To go out and put evil thoughts in the minds of men.
Right.
Or you might be on the right-hand side, and when you read in the book of Revelation, the 7th chapter, there's angels commissioned to work on them and to seal the elect.
Right. That's
to
right.
put it in their mind to receive the word of the Heavenly Father, to receive the gospel, man.
That's right. That's right.
So these things are happening, and especially when you see these times going about now, like the brothers are going into, man. The coronavirus and the markets all in tumult. People ain't talking about, there's a full-on war happening right now between Turkey and Russia and Syria right now.
Yep. That's been the big news.
That's going unreported.
That's right.
That's
right.
much more devastating than what you see, you know, as far as the coronavirus goes. Those are nuclear capable nations going head up. These are all prophecies, man.
That's right.
When you talk about the plagues and the pestilences and the markets going in upheaval, those are just little flutters of the prophecy.
Right. Work pains. That's right.
We talk about the algorithm, which is a system of equations that the Most High setting forth in the earth. And only the elect are going to be paying attention to this.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
God.
Everybody else is just going to be la 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 la. You watch BET? Damn, you see that new video?
LeBron last night.
The righteous men are going to be paying attention.
Right.
Yeah.
I got some if brothers don't have anything.
You think Lakers gonna win the finals?
Yeah.
After, man, that'll be good for Kobe, man. You know? Everybody taking a Michael Jordan taking pictures, crying again, looking hurt. Shaq like 7'4" crying in front of Esau, and they're just staring at him, all this other stuff. And it's like, y'all not even paying attention to what's going on around you.
That's right.
Like we said earlier, you live in denial. Once you hear about things bad happening, on the rest of the planet, and it's like, yeah, it's about to hit home, y'all. Everybody's warning you. Well, the way I see it, I'd rather just, focus on what I got going in my family, and that doesn't mean it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. Okay. Amos chapter 5, verse 20. I don't know if y'all read this or not. I'm gonna start at verse 18. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
That's right. That's right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met it.
It's a tragic time, man. See, people don't understand the day of the Lord. They think, it's going to be this Edomite come back on his horse on one particular day of the year, man.
Rainbow behind him.
The day of the Lord is going to be a season of destruction leading up to the second coming, all right, of Yahweh Shai, whom the world even called Jesus Christ, man.
That's right.
See, he's going to bring in his righteous world order with terror, man.
Right.
All right? Every kingdom that you see, all right, being brought in, they had to bring it in with great terror, man.
Yeah.
Before Rome became a republic, before they came into the stage of being an empire, what they had to do, they had to take down the Carthaginians, man. And how they do it? With great war, man.
Yep.
All right, it was 25 years of war. It wasn't overnight, man. All right, they had to break the Carthaginians down because they was a superpower.
Yep.
So the Lord is doing the same thing in the earth, man. He's breaking these places down, man.
Yep.
You see?
It's systematic to take down an empire.
Yep.
And the Lord puts it in the minds of the kings for it to happen. These wars that's happening is vying for position in world economics, controlling trade routes, controlling commodities, putting in puppet leaders over here, changing laws and legislation to make things cater towards this way. It takes time.
Yep.
But what we're seeing is a major paradigm shift to where these world superpowers are going to collide.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right? What do you think whenever you see this virus? The virus ain't the problem. It's the messing up the distribution chain. That's the problem. The problem is the product. China got all the product, bro. Why do you think the markets is going down? They ain't market going down because somebody's sick. It's more going down because I can't get my toilet tissue. Can't get my medicine. Can't get my plastic. And then the people that make everything ain't buying nothing. So the markets over in Brazil and South America and Africa, they're like, what we gonna do? They're not buying our shit. So everybody's jacked, man.
Yep.
Okay? Now, it says here, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light? I'm sorry, I'm gonna start back up in verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or he went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
And and if I can speak on that, because like you said before, nobody really understands what's happening. Because when you look at, when Esau tells you coronavirus on CNN, you stare just directly at that.
Right.
You brought up the trade and the markets. You don't realize it's having a ripple effect on the whole earth. All right, the whole earth. That's why it's telling you, when these things happen, they're gonna do nothing but get worse. And it's like there's no escape. You tried to run this route, but a bear met you.
Yeah.
So then you got away from the bear, and finally you're taking a breath in the house, and a snake bit you on the wall.
Yeah.
And now you're about to die because that's a poisonous venomous snake that bit you. And that's exactly what's happening here. You don't see all the things that's going on around, but like the elder said, man, the Lord will watch you. We see it happening.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to sit by and just worry about the finals, just worry about all that and be like, well, I hope everything turned out all right. Well, that's you living in denial. But in the end, the Lord, He's looking for men who do something about it.
Because the Most High is bad like that. He'll send out His prophets and still set it up to where it's a thief in the night. But then say, I told you so.
Yep.
At the same time. So it's like you gonna get hit with a sucker punch, but somebody told you about to get hit. But hey, that's why the scripture says that this world has been set in great pride. Pride coming before a great fall, man. And America is the most prideful nation in the history of the world.
Right.
Yep.
Okay? And everybody's in that prideful energy. So hey, it's gonna be a great fall.
Yep.
right? I'm finishing it up on this. It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?
Yep.
I despise, I hate your feast days, and I will not smell your solemn assemblies. And I think it's beautiful because we're coming up into the time of the Passover. And what happened before the Passover? Plagues,
Yes, plagues.
pestilences.
Brothers fall out.
Yep.
You know.
Everybody's in tumults, man. And the scriptures talk about in Revelation, the 11th chapter, how this was the spiritual Egypt and the spiritual Sodom.
Yep.
So we're seeing the same things happening, man. Yes, Amma?
This is Rock 39 and 28. It said there be spirits that are created for vengeance.
We crazy until all hell start breaking loose. We've been telling y'all this stuff was gonna happen, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
And that's what's happening. These spirits of vengeance are being brought out in all different types of places all across the earth. But chiefly, the eye is on America. See, it's not gonna get real to people until it hits, until you see Trump on that podium coughing and hacking and spitting, man. Talking about, it's gonna be all right. Now you're gonna take it seriously. You know?
If I can say, they showed you in China, they gave you a demonstration how fast they can shut cities down, man.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
They can do it quick before camp over with, Dallas will be shut down, man. You just be here.
Yeah.
Whatever you got in your pocket. Alright? Them $8.40, they're gonna have to last you to the quarantine over with. Hey, that time and chance gonna happen, man. And that's how it's gonna play out, man.
Yep.
The Lord is making sure you people sleep, man. So he can catch you in that well, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And a lot of those are the carnal things.
Yeah.
That's gonna be happening right before your eyes. Like you say, spirits of vengeance and all that. See, you forgot about the plagues. You forgot, you know, a lot of people, they ain't even thinking about the spiritual side. They're like, oh man, the market and this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. The market and all these things are definitely gonna fall. And they're definitely gonna hurt badly. But on top of that, to add insult to injury, when you read books like Jeremiah 16, I believe, it tells you that the Most High, he's gonna beat Egypt with this one.
That's right.
The way that the Most High is gonna destroy this place, he's gonna be like, well, we ain't gonna do the Passover. We gonna have a new, we gonna replace that high holy day with this one. What's gonna happen to America?
7.0.
And man, and you know, and if you was boy, I want to get a little bit of what happened to Egypt, just to show how vicious it really was.
Yeah.
See, when the Most High destroyed Egypt, it wasn't fair, man. It wasn't just straight up a military came in and they got blew up, or this happened, that happened. Nah, this was some stuff that was just like against nature. It was like, man, how do you explain this? This don't even make sense. And we all dying from it. And that put everybody in fear. And the same thing's gonna happen again.
That's right.
Psalm 78, verse 12. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. He divided the sea and caused them to pass through, and he made the waters to stand as a heap.
Right, he stood waters up. Of course, everybody heard about dividing the sea, but nobody could even think of that, how it is to divide water. But go ahead. And that you walk through the bottom of the of that deep ass pit, and then make it to the other side. Go ahead.
On dry ground.
Right.
In the daytime also, he led them with a cloud. And all the night,
Actually having a chariot just in the sky, man.
Over you.
Following the chariot, man. What do you think the other nation? The other nation saw it too.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
and all the night with a light of fire. He cleaved the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink as out of the deep, out of the great deeps, depths. He brought streams also out of the rocks and caused water to run down like rivers.
Yeah, so he made a whole river out of rocks.
It was a desert, bro.
It was a desert.
They were thirsty and a hoe.
It fed a whole nation. Fed a whole nation. Big river came out of it.
God.
Go ahead.
Come on, man.
And they sinned yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. And they tempted the Most High in their hearts by asking meat for their lusts. Yeah, they spake against the Most High. They said, can the Most High furnish a table in the wilderness?
Alright, and where's
Yeah, man, people were murmuring. All of those things that was going down, the manna falling down from heaven, water coming out the rocks, you know, and they were like, yeah, the Most High furnish a table. They wanted more. They were talking about going back to Egypt.
okay.
They said we freely ate, and that's how Jake is here, man. We freely eat of the leeks and the onions and the fish. Jake really think they got it good in captivity.
Alright, slide. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Psalm 78, verse 42. They remembered not his hand, nor did they when he delivered them from the enemy.
Go ahead.
How he had wrought his sign in Egypt, and his wonder in the field of Zoan.
Go ahead.
And he turned it.
They could no longer drink water because the water was blood. Alright? Now, how did you feel you cut your faucet on and blood comes out of it? How do you explain this anyway? How did that even happen? They couldn't explain it. Go ahead.
And their floods that they could not drink. He sent diverse sorts of flies amongst them. He devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them.
So he had frogs, this version of frogs come in and contaminate everything. And he had locusts come in and destroy all their crops. And what you brought out earlier, you said how you said it take 30 seconds for a pack of locusts to how much money? So it take 30 seconds for a pack of locusts to destroy a whole village of crops. So you can only imagine what was happening when the flood of locusts came in and when the poisonous frogs contaminating everything. They couldn't do anything.
He gave also their increase unto caterpillars, and their labor unto the locusts.
Go ahead.
He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamores trees with frost.
So he gave Egypt cold weather. Cold weather, so you couldn't explain that either.
Yeah.
The freezing weather, so he destroyed all the trees, and hail came down from heaven. All right, see, what can you do about that if there's a big hailstorm coming right now, and it's the size of I know in Mississippi at one time, years back, like 2011, like 2011, we had hail the size of softballs come down.
Yeah, we had grapefruit size sometimes.
Yeah, and people had got hit. You know, the people were hurt pretty bad. They were still outside like idiots. But everybody's cars, boom, boom. I'm talking about busted up windows, beat up cars, and the houses had windows busted out of them. Roofs were, their roof had holes in them if they had like a bad roof. Oh, it was bad, man.
Damn.
It was really bad. And who could do anything about it?
That's one of the most helpless feelings, man. Imagine you got your whole crop, all your animals dead.
Oh man. And see, that's, you have to imagine what's gonna go down in America that's about to trump this. Go ahead.
Verse 48. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flock unto hot thunderbolts.
Yeah, so the cattle that was outside got hit in the head, got concussions, then immediately trauma and death after getting beat to death by the hail.
Yeah.
On top of that, the water turned to blood.
Right.
On top of that, the caterpillars and the frogs destroyed, and the locusts destroyed all the crops.
Yep.
How you gonna eat now?
Yeah. So think about the plumbing situation in America when stuff shuts down.
Yep.
Imagine just 1 week, a couple of weeks of the trash man not coming through your neighborhood. How dirty and nasty your neighborhood is. Because you got places like New York that's already a cesspool.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're just gonna have a disease, infection running rampant through these congested cities where people are all on top of each other. It's gonna be all hell breaking loose in this place, man. Yo, they show the pictures of Italy, how the stores are being ransacked and ran through. That'll take half a day. Half a day, you have people outside of that Jason's Deli throwing hands over the last piece of salad. Not even the sandwich, the salad. Okay, because there's one food that white people take serious is sandwiches and soups. We got chicken and watermelon. They got sandwiches and soups. White people love that shit. You shut that down, man. They gonna be ready for war, man. You know what I'm saying?
They fighting over a Popeye chicken sandwich. You know, even certain Edomites are fighting over that. So what you think they gonna do when?
So, man, we looked at the. They said $6 trillion was ran out the market in the last 6 days in the economy, and that's really nothing. Because the market is hundreds of trillions rolling. But hey, that lets you know though how quickly this thing can escalate. That's it. It don't take long for the Most High to start bringing stuff like this on the planet Earth.
That's
man.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
And then after that, you like, and it was beautiful. You brought that out earlier, Elder, how it all has a ripple effect on what happens in the earth. Because you remember Revelations 18. It tells you when America gets destroyed, who was mourning? The merchants. We can't. Who we gonna trade with? What's gonna happen? We broke. We broke. We can't do anything. We can't sell weapons to them.
Yeah.
We can't buy their weapons. We can't do anything. Why? They like, look at the smoke of her burning. It's gonna be over with. The whole balance of the earth is gonna be off, but not really off. Hey, the nation of Israel is risen now.
We got next.
You know?
We got next.
And you can't do anything about it. So even out of all the carnal things with the market and all of that, the Lord is going to do supernatural things that are going to affect it all, speed up the process.
That's right.
You know? And then that's when people are going to see that, wait a minute, you know, the Lord's still eating. How to eat? What's going on? Wait a minute. What was that? How he know that this was going to happen? Well, how you know any of this? And then they're like, well, what's going on with y'all? That's when now Eve want to be on your team. That's when the other guy, hey, wait a minute. Where y'all brothers be at? Because surely y'all men of the Lord. The scriptures say men going to say that. And we going to have to tell all these people like, hey, look. If the Lord is with you, he going to be with you. But
we ain't going to be out here.
We ain't getting in that.
Quarantining these places, man, you ain't going to see us out here. We're going to be out here playing with y'all.
Right. Because
we out here with masks on. No, bro.
Right. Trying to teach this.
Too late. Yeah.
And you know how the so-called Jews, before any drastic or this crazy event happened where a lot of people gonna die, they give each other the tip. All right, hey, don't go to work that day, man. All right. The Most High is gonna send His angels. He's gonna give us the tip.
That's right.
It's gonna rain hell on all of this. All right. Hey, look, everybody about to die in this whole radius. Look, Mississippi camp, come to Dallas. Don't you stay here, all right? And then we were like, hey, well, brother, hey, we head on out. And you realize everybody died in this city. You're like, man, this is crazy. It is crazy. And stuff like that is going to happen. It's going to be messed up to people. They're like, man, well, how are they doing good? Why are they still doing okay? It's because, hey, the Lord is with us. That's why.
That's right.
All our 840s together.
Okay.
840s.
He said, verse 49, he said he cast upon them verse 49, he cast upon them the furnaceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble, by sending evil angels among them.
Evil angels. And prior to this, y'all got the scripture on spirits of vengeance that were created.
I was gonna mention
all right? That's what those evil angels are.
Yeah.
These spirits of vengeance get created, and they like, hey, I'm about to make these things happen.
Right.
All right. But
no,
see,
you got people walking around. They meant to just bug out. Yeah. They were born to live to this time and bug the hell out and just start killing people.
Yep.
The Most High is just wait. It's gonna be like somebody pushed a button in the back of their head.
Right.
Rampage. Yo, it's gonna be spirits working, man. You got it.
Poison everybody, then just walk out.
Yeah.
Hope the water was good, and everybody just pass out. Like that guy, Richard Pryor, Black Death.
Yeah, Black Death. Start spreading the crap.
I got a quick t-shirt.
Yeah.
Verse 50, he made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence.
Yep, so pestilence, dividing the sea, turning water to blood, destroyed the whole economy. Because that's your economy.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize, see, Memphis, Egypt was doing good.
Balling.
Balling. That was the place to go. All right, they were on point. That's how they was able to keep nations in subjection, keep the Israelites in slavery, everything. But hey, when the Lord was fed up with them, this is what he did to break a whole entire nation down. All right, but see, that's enough. But see, the Most High is gonna trump that.
Yeah.
And you look at this and we all just, wow, man, can you imagine that? Like, well, you definitely can't imagine what's about to happen to this place.
Right.
So.
Because you got guns here. You know, man, they ain't have pistols back. Bro, it's gonna be crazy, man.
Right.
It's gonna be crazy.
And I often think about this, because Job, he talks about creatures like Behemoth and Leviathan. And it tells you, like, if you're a boat and the water, the sea, if you at sea, and the water starts to get white and smoky and boiling around you, oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna live to tell about it though. You're not gonna live to tell about it. So it's telling you, even underwater, it's smoke. The water is smoked up and it's boiling. That's because that's what he breathes. And then the Lord brings that out here, and he's immune to fire. If you read about him in detail, he's immune to fire. He lives in water, but he's immune to fire. And his scales are tightly knit to where wind can't even get in them. Oxygen can't even get inside his scales. So if you try to, and it said that any sharp object, metal object, spear, anything, it'll break hitting him. So bullets ain't gonna hurt. I don't care if you got hollow tips. I don't care if you got torpedoes, since he immune to fire. You can't use a nuke on him. Yeah. And this just raises up in America and just starts, I'm talking about, and even yells or roars. It's gonna blow people's heads up. Just hearing the roar, the sounds is gonna start destroying people. The people gonna hear about it. People gonna die just hearing about it, and that's sick, man. It's gonna be like, whoa. You gonna fear the Most High in that day. Everybody gonna want to know the Lord then. And then you're gonna have the people, like it say in Revelations, who's gonna say, what type of God would do this?
When you think about it, in the time of Egypt, the Egyptians knew that it was Yahweh doing it, man. Yeah. These people are going to understand and know that when all hell's breaking loose, they're going to understand and know that it's a higher power that has to be bringing this kind of hell on the planet Earth, because it's going to be unprecedented, man. Yeah. Think about it in the time of Egypt, like what the elder was going into, man. Turning the water into blood. The fishes didn't live through that, man. They died. The rivers are stinking. The frogs, they had to die. That brought the flies. And it's going to be a domino effect, man.
And you would die just from smelling that for a prolonged amount of time. You would die.
Yeah, that's the disgusting nature of Esau. He wasn't saying what type of God would do this when he was destroying our people. He had our bloods all over the land, man.
All in the ocean.
All in the ocean, man. Where the sharks would travel to follow our blood trails, man. They weren't saying that. They called it manifest destiny. When they were decimating the Gadites, the Reubenites, and all the tribes over here, they didn't say that. They said God was with them when he was destroying us, man.
That's right. Yeah. I got a quick one. Y'all brothers don't have one.
Nahum 3 and verse 1. He said, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Yeah, this is that bloody city, man. That's America.
Yep.
It was built on blood, rape, robbery, and murder, like we always tell you, man. And so that retribution is coming back. Okay? And so-called white men don't like to hear that. They don't like to hear payback. Like Esau gets angry when you say chickens coming home to roost and payback and stuff like that. They get visibly angry.
Yeah, calm.
You know, you ungrateful mother.
Right. He calls you ungrateful, like you say, he gets upset. But meanwhile, this same man, Esau, can't tell you one good thing that his nation has done on the planet. In the history of his existence, he can't name one good thing.
Still to tell you penicillin.
Yeah, a guy actually told me that.
No, that's what Esau said. Well, we get penicillin.
What? You to the diseases you created?
Yeah.
Oh boy. You're gonna have to do better than that, man. You're gonna have to do better than that. And that's also, you know, while us brothers, you see what's happening, what's gonna happen to this bloody city, full of lies, and all the plagues, these supernatural plagues that the Lord named. As brothers, like we were saying earlier, that's why you can't settle. All right, you can't sit back and in your spirit be like, all right, well, hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, so I'm all right. Nah, you're supposed to seek perfection.
That's right.
In your spirit. If you have flaws, of course you know you will have them. But hey, the ones, hey, try to get a hold on all of it. Seek perfection, seek wisdom, seek all these different things. Be a good brother. Desire discipline in everything that you do. All right? Be on a higher level. Because the time that's coming, you're going to have to be. See, we talking about it, but picture seeing that right in front of you. All right? Do you want to freak out like the rest of these people are? Do you want to freaking start I'm scared now, man. As soon as Esau got something to say to you, yeah, man. I'll take the chip, man. Yeah, the brothers, they be talking about they gonna be over here, they gonna do this, they gonna do that, betray your own blood, all that stuff. Hey, you have to be on a higher level.
First 48.
Right, yeah. First 48, Esau on the move. Go ahead.
I got to back up. Titus 3:3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasure, living in malice and envy.
Right.
Hateful.
And with that being said, remember, like the scriptures say, you were once this. Right. Now, what does Esau tell you when you getting arrested and thrown in jail for real? Anything you say and do can and will be used against you in a court of law. Now, the Lord, now that we've repented, we've come back, the Lord giving us a pass for our past sins that we did in ignorance.
That's right.
But now, you turn back from it. Oh, this, everything that you did in your youth on up, all the way to the end is gonna be used against you. Now, that should scare you. That scares me. I don't want to be held accountable for that shit, man.
Right.
Like that's gonna hurt, cause you know you wasn't right.
Yeah.
All right, and that's why, hey, we gotta be on point. As brothers, we gotta, and I say this as brothers, as men amongst each other, we have to learn to work together better. Well, you grew up in America as an individual, man, so you don't really even know how to function as a group. You're just not learning how. You've been in the truth 3 years or 4 years, you just not learning how to work with other people for the past 3-4 years. What kind of time is that? So you definitely have to be diligent about this. You definitely have to take that seriously. You definitely have to be merciful. You definitely have to be understanding. You definitely have to understand balance through the experience that you get in this faith. Because at the end, you're going to want all of that.
Well, that's what it's going to take for you to get through, man. You're going to have to be able to operate. See, and that was a beautiful point that you made. When you come into this truth, you don't know how to work. You ain't worked in teams. Your football team don't compare to this.
Right.
You know?
And you want to be a star player on your team.
And you wanted to, you know, or whatever, your little clique that you was with, no, it didn't operate at this type of standard and level. So we learning all of these things, the Most High is preparing for us to go into uncertain times. So our faith has to be certain, so we can have proper discernment. A lot of people come in this thing with a mindset with conditions. I'll do this truth as long as it stays like within these conditions. I'll be a part of this. But the Most High ain't worried about your conditions, man.
Right.
Okay? There is no success without sacrifice in anything that you do. Okay? This is the ultimate success, man. This is the pinnacle of success is immortality in the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So that's going to require the ultimate sacrifice. You're willing to put your life on the line for it. Okay? Now, you had an example of that with Yahushua. So now we preach and walk in that example. Right?
2 Timothy chapter 2, I'll start at verse 20 and read down. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified, and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart.
Yeah, man, these are all attributes that you continue to build upon. All right? And now, and those increase you. I got a precept. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit and have tasted the good word of the Most High and the powers of the world to come, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucify to themselves the Son of the Most High afresh and put him to an open shame.
Right, and I mean, that's plain. See, you're supposed to take this serious, man. Like I say, you able to have a clean slate. And then even while we in this truth, the mistakes that we make, the Most High set up a day. All right, I'm going to give you the Day of Atonement. You're going to have a clean slate with me.
Right.
Now, that's mercy.
Right. Yeah.
That's super mercy right there. But meanwhile, you got these guys who experienced all of it. They've even, in some guys who done fell out, they've even seen like visions. They've probably cast out a demon.
Right.
Prayed over brothers. Probably did all these things and then still went back.
Right. Can you imagine? We talk about the acts of a man, but the Lord looks at the thoughts of a man as well. Can you imagine being judged about the thoughts you had when you wasn't in the truth?
Wicked thoughts.
All the wicked thoughts that crossed your mind when you didn't even know the truth, man. And then to ask the Lord to come back, crucify himself again for those thoughts, man.
We'd be murderers and adulterers all day. Jake, the first thing pissed off everybody in this bitch die.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, man. I don't care. You know, that's how you are. Like you say, you judged off of that.
Yeah.
Off of your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart wicked. The scriptures told you that.
Yeah.
And you finna be judged off of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's best to just stay here, man. Just stay here where it's safe.
Now, you done came into the truth, you done learned about spiritual power, the chariots, rulership, abundance, you know, all of these goodly things that are set to come, being in glorious forms with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You imagining it, man?
Yeah, with the brothers.
You having drum it. I had a dream last night about a chariot. We were flying, bro. Your body's healthy. Then you just turn into a nigga because somebody made you mad.
Right.
Because you didn't agree about something. Something went down that you didn't personally agree with. Now, F all that. They don't understand me. No, you ain't that deep, bro. Ain't none of us that deep. Most High don't need any particular one of us now. He just fishing for the elect. He's got the spirits out here to do it.
I got one for you. Romans 12 and verse, well, I'm starting at verse 1. Romans 12 and 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
There's no success without sacrifice.
Yep.
You know?
And this time, instead of a goat or a lamb or a turtle dove, it's you. You're the sacrifice.
Right.
All right, you have to go out on the highways consistently. You have to study. You have to take the low in the situation. You have to shut down. You have to turn the other cheek. You have to be the better brother. You have to, no matter what type of pressure you under, no matter what type of adversity, walk out on the other end. All right, and then it said that, yeah, I'll take my water. But then it said, this is your reasonable service. This is reasonable. All right, because really the Most High could give us something that He know good and damn well we're not going to accomplish. That's right. I'm gonna ask that brother stop doing this. You know that he's gonna fall right to the pit, man. That's why in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, Paul was saying, any temptation you're going through, it's coming. And don't even try to compare it like it's just so hard for you to make it into the kingdom of heaven. This is very reasonable what's being asked of you. All right, going out and teaching in front of these people and they not approving of it, that's reasonable. Having people hate you because you're doing the right thing, that's reasonable.
Well, having your head in the guillotine, be chopped off.
It's reasonable.
It's reasonable.
Because you deserve death anyway.
Yeah, so you gotta position. This body ain't making it to the kingdom anyway. So stop worrying about it like that. Right?
Right.
You believe you're gonna get another body?
That's right.
You believe another body is reserved for you. If you remain obedient, well, you gotta put it in your mind that you're willing to fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at all costs.
Yep.
The Most High is faithful.
Right. This body sucks, man. This body can catch the coronavirus and not be able to fight it off.
Sick, What a way to go out. Did y'all see that the medical guy from Iran? He was sick than a bug, bro. I was like, gee whiz. Thought he was gonna turn into a zombie. Bite the dude next to him. You need to sit your ass down. Well, you know, this whole zombie thing is about bioweapons. That's about controlling population control, man. That's one of the agendas of the elite. Yeah. Is wiping out the population, you know? Yeah. And see, this is an indirect way to wipe out the population. It's not going to be the virus that kills. It's the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mayhem. The mayhem is what's gonna get people killed. Right. Because the virus is not really, it's a bioweapon because of how contagious it is and how it mutates at the drop of a hat. 1 minute the incubation period is 14 days. Next minute the incubation period is 28 days. And then you can not have any symptoms or signs of it but still be a carrier. And then you can get past it and your body kill it off, but then it pop back up. Yeah. Well, when you watch any zombie movie, it's not the zombies that kill off the characters. it's the people that quote unquote living that kill off the characters, man. Yeah. You know, and that's the agenda, man. Is to get all these people against each other, wipe each other out, so they can seem like they blameless, man. You know, but it's all orchestrated by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, and that's coming, man. That's coming. That's coming to these people. We've been preaching that for years. Because the Bible said it. Because the Bible says it, man. And it's a beautiful thing.
Like verse 2 said, it said, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good, what's that's good and acceptable and perfect, the will of the Most High.
Exactly, man. That's right. And notice it said, be ye transformed. Don't bring that shit that you learned back in the world here. All right, I'm gonna say it straight. All right, not bring that shit you learned back in the world here and think that it's about to apply to anything that's going on.
Don't bring that coronavirus over.
Right? Yeah, that's coronavirus infested over there. That coronavirus doctrine you learned in Babylon. No. All right. Yeah. Be renewed. Listen to brothers. Learn things. Be better. All right, that old style of what you thought, yeah, my homeboy back there. Hey, look, that ain't your homeboy, all right? If he was your homeboy, he'd be in the truth with you.
That's right.
So far, hey, he's just cool. Right. All right, just keep it that way. He's a cool dude. All right. You know, yeah. I say what's up to him. It's cool. You know, keep it like that. The things that you
we at peace with.
Right. Yeah, we at peace with. Like we are with all men. Try to be. You know, and you run into that. Of course, people there, hey, they'll show you love. They'll be cool, but at the same time, it's telling you to be transformed, have a different mind frame. Your definition of a friend and a brother does not compare to how this works. Right. All right, that was the one that was back in the world. You got brothers that look out for you. You got brothers, that iron sharpeneth iron spirit wasn't, that you wasn't brought up with that. All right. It was iron cut marshmallows, all right? And you had Jake walk your face, nigga, you soft. And that's what you was having back in the world. Now, iron sharpening iron, the only people that can really, because everybody else on the planet, when it comes to this word, the only man that can contend with you and get you on a level is another Israelite. Right. All right, that's been there. All right, so you're gonna have to transform based off of that. Your ideology of who you were and what you got going on, that has to change. All right? You have a nation now. All right? Because that's what the Lord is building. You didn't operate as a nation. You operated as, yeah, I'm that nigga. Yeah, you know it. Yeah. They already knew when I walked in. Hey, that was the mind frame you had going on. No. You ain't nobody. All right? Hey, I'm just a brother trying to be a good brother, you know? That should... You humbling now. You're being humble. You ain't having that anymore. You're being transformed into a completely different person to the point where other people look at you, man, you done changed, man. I mean, you was always a good dude, but man, you done changed, man. You don't even come around.
Yeah, to the point where they had that hate in there.
You didn't come to the funeral.
Let's talk about that Peter, man, where it's like, wait a minute, weren't you the dude that was, you know,
right.
such, and now you this?
Don't worry about it, you ask too many questions.
You know?
Yeah. One Jake actually told me, I went to see my mom one day. I said, man, let me drive around the block, old neighborhood, just walk around all the time. Man, Jake was like, oh, what up, my nigga? Oh, after you done got a job and shit, niggas gonna go ghost, huh? What up, man? Oh, I see your car. You don't know what to do with none of that, do you? Let me drive thing to the gas station. Y'all tripping. I'm like, man, what is wrong with Jake, man? I said, you're mad because I'm doing better. I've upgraded from this.
Yeah.
I don't want to be still at my mom's house, sitting on the stoop, smoking a pack of Newports, man. Talking about everybody who riding by. This doesn't, but this is why the truth said be transformed. Mm-hmm. This is what you're being transformed from, that poison, that mentality. Because even listen to the rappers, they done got money, but they like, yeah, I'm in a Bugatti, and I still rep my hood. Like, all right, then he ends up, it was a guy named Pop Smoke, who died. He got popped by the smoke. All right? It just go to show you, like, all right, that's what you get for still trying to be in that environment, in that element.
Right.
See, we not meant to stay and be in that environment, in that element. That got to be let go. You got to rise above that. That's right. You got to separate from that.
That's right.
All right?
There's a couple on the comment board I want to grab real quick. GMS North Carolina 777 Shalom Ak. Zephaniah 2:3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Right, so you have to be meek. All right? See, when you come from Babylon and you first get in this truth, you're not meek. You know, you're not meek. You know, you're not taught to be meek.
You're narcissistic.
Right, you're narcissistic.
Just worried about you and everything about you. Me.
Right.
And you wonder why nothing's coming towards you. All right?
I heard one guy, he was really just tripping at the current time. at that time and moment, he's like, look at the clothes I got on. I'm humble. I was like, whoa, like, man. I say, you're narcissistic. You are really tripping right now. You need to just go sit down, man, and think about what you just said.
Yeah.
You know, see, the Lord ain't calling an attitude like that.
Right. That's right.
Nah, you showing you humble by just really just doing what you're supposed to do amongst the brothers. Oh, brother, you need anything? Brother, you drinking too much. Just on the couch, brother. Yeah, or if he passed out on the couch, hey, get him a blanket, man, put him on. Don't leave him that cold.
Yeah.
You know, all these different things that you could be doing, like, or you see, the scriptures tell you, if a man is joyous, hey, go be, if your brother joyous, go be joyous with him. If your brother weeping, hey, go weep with him. Now that's meek.
Yeah.
That's humble, because you see it and you finna go take care of that situation. You know, you're not finna come at him and stop crying like a little hoe. You know, you're not finna tell him that, man. That's messed up.
Yeah.
But there are people like ISUPK that will tell you like that, that will talk to you like that.
I'm the one who put food on your plate.
Right. I put food on your plate.
And also, like I say, humility also goes into taking correction, man. 'Cause that's the true test of humility, man, when you get corrected, for you to examine yourself in the situation, man. Because we live in a society where when you correct someone, they start automatically trying to render up all your faults. You know, instead of looking at themselves first, man. Because see, somebody can play humble until you correct them. And then we finna see if they were just putting on the front or not, man. You know? So you have the humility to look within yourself. Because even with these situations that you go into your day-to-day, the Lord be checking you, man. He be trying to test something within you, man. It ain't just a person, a demon, or, you know, 2/3 nigga you want to put curses on them. Nah, you gotta look at yourself first, you know, and then you execute, man. You know, that's true humility, man. That's what the Lord is dealing with, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Another good one. He followed it up with Hosea chapter 10, verse 12. It says, sow to yourselves in righteousness, reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord till he come and rain righteousness upon you.
Right.
And that fallow ground, you know, that's a hard ground to till, man. It got to be broken up. Yep. So you got to, you know, when the Lord break you down, man, you can't stiffen up and try to buck against it, man. You got to go with it. You know, that's how you. What we doing up here now, we sowing to ourselves righteousness, man. You know, so we can reap mercy, man. That's right. What the scriptures say, we sowing righteous so we can reap mercy, man. And all these plagues that the elder just was reading earlier, that's going to happen. That happened to ancient Egypt, and the plagues that's coming this Egypt gonna outdo it. You gonna need some mercy, man.
Right. And
So
when you sowing, like you say, you gotta till the ground,
yeah.
and then when you plant the seed, what happens if you till it, you put a garden and you put a seed in the garden, and you just leave it there? You don't go out, you don't check on it, you just hope it rain on it. What happens? It won't grow. So in righteousness, it says, sow in righteousness, that means you have to be diligent in righteousness. You have to continue to go and check yourself. You have to continue to, hey, be meek. You have to continue in it. So every day you go outside.
That's right.
Let me go and put some water on this. Oh man, it's kind of extra hot outside, man. It's 100 degrees. Let me soak the ground real quick. So make sure it grows. And then when you see the plant start growing, yeah, you get happy, man. You're like, yeah, there it goes. Yeah. And especially when it grows big, whatever you're growing.
Yep. See the weeds, you gotta take the weeds out.
Yep. You feel better, man. You know, and that's a labor of your hands.
Right.
And you want to benefit and you want to benefit from the fruit of your labor, man. We've labored in this, and we went through things. We went through the demons. We had the people get possessed. Brothers with wives, you know how that go. You know how it goes. A woman would say some stuff that is just so hurtful to you. It's like, God, I gotta leave her. You know, that's the only thing you can think of. You would be calling brother upset. I'm thinking about just getting my own spot, roommate. I'm talking about.
So you planning it out.
Yeah. And these are things that you go through. People trying to fight you, sneak you. People trying to slander you. People come against you on your job. You just had a great time in the spirit, and next thing you know, you made it back to work Monday, Hey, goddamn it, you're fired. Oh yeah. Hey man, it was nice meeting you though. Me and you, still cool. You just fired me, man. You know, and you like, man, how I'm supposed to eat? What's gonna do this? Lost things, lost houses, lost all this other stuff. Why give up and not sow anymore? So you don't want to sow anymore and reap the mercy and the salvation in the end. Yeah. That's a waste of time, a waste of effort. That's a, like I say, that's a house that wasn't even built, but it's just there. It's like, man, they gonna ever finish that? You know? That's right.
Got one more I'll grab. This is GMS Yabatiza Yakwasakwala. He put Baruch 4:27. It says, "Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more."
10 times more. No excuses. All right? No matter what you go through, it may be bad, and it may hurt like hell. Whatever lot you in, hey, the pressure gonna hit. All right? We all go through it. Find you a brother to talk to. If you don't do that, it still don't matter. You still have to perform in the end.
Operate. It says, "For he have brought these plagues upon you, for he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation."
Right.
You got to keep that vision in front of you. You know, a lot of times we start losing momentum in whatever we got going on, and it's because we're losing focus on the big picture. When you start focusing on the little, small, menial, day-to-day issues that's going on, and you stop looking at the end goal, you'll slow down your momentum. You'll allow the little valleys and dips that happen in your daily life to keep you from progressing forward. The valleys that's in your life are promised, just like the mountaintops are. But the point of it, you got to keep your energy to progress. Now, one of the things that's going to give you more energy, man, is these prophecies.
Right.
You know, you can get Revelation 3. You got
I got 2 Peter 2:12. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear the Most High, honor the king.
Yeah, man, we got to keep that mindset of continually building.
That's right.
Okay, and having a gratitude and appreciation for being able to come into this knowledge, man. Because appreciation precedes action.
Right.
See, when you lose appreciation for something, you stop. Your action slows down.
That's right.
The same thing in a relationship. You start losing that appreciation for your girl, or she start losing appreciation for you. The action of continuing that love and that relationship dwindles, man. That's when you got to sit down and remember why y'all got together again. Sometimes you're in a relationship for 5-6 years, you got to have a review of your relationship. A lot of people don't do that, you know. Sometimes you be with your girl, you know what? Let's talk about how we got together, and that will actually rekindle appreciation. Sometimes you got to remind your girl, like, you know, you just didn't magically end up like this, right? You didn't learn all that. Oh, your mama didn't teach you that. You know, sometimes you gotta, you know, through the spirit, Big Daddy taught you that. You know, you know. And sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes you gotta remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, she was kind of riding with me, man. I was fucking up. She is riding. That ain't cool. Don't worry about that. But you know, you gotta remember to have that appreciation, man. It's the same way with the Heavenly Father, man. And it's truth. We go through dips and stuff like that. You gotta remember what brought you into this truth. What was your why at that time?
Right.
Come on. You know, you gotta remember, hey, what happened? Why you come a part of this ministry? Why'd you come out here and stand for all these hours? Why'd you stay up late at night studying and reading? You know, cracking the crust out your eye. What was it that pulled you into this thing and had you so excited every single time you watched a video? Why did you take all those notes? Why did you have those dreams? Why was you up at night crying, hoping that this day would come, hoping that this thing would be over?
Right. It's just like when you start a fire, right? You're working to start that fire. It's toiling, it's toiling, and toiling, and toiling, and then you finally get a spark. You're blowing on it, and then it turns into a flame. So you got that flame going. You forget how hard it was to get that flame started, man. You gotta remember that, man. Yeah, you just gotta.
No, you shut up.
Talking shit, huh?
Yeah.
Talking shit pattern.
Whatever, say. But now you just gotta remember what it took to get that fire started, man. So that was a beautiful point that the elder made. It just reminds me of the Castaway scene where he got that fire started, man. He was like, fire! He was all excited. Yeah. But then, he was on that island for a long ass time, and he forgot to work. What it took for him to get to the point was to survive, man.
Right.
Because that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing in this captivity.
In Revelation 2:2, it says, I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and hast found them liars, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored and has not fainted. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Yeah, just going to what you were saying, you have to remember, that zeal you had when you first came in, man. After you find out that you have been lied to your whole life, you find out who you are in the spirit, man. You was fired up, man. All right, you were throwing Christmas trees out with all the ornaments on them, man. You going crazy. Yeah, you going crazy. But you had that zeal, but now we have the wisdom and knowledge, to balance, channel that zeal, all right, into being productive, man, in the spirit, man.
Right. Hey, what's the thing? It becomes bitter. When you first come in, it's sweet. Then it becomes bitter because you understand. Yeah. You understand the curses. You understand why things are the way they are, and you reflect on it, and you understand how demons and Satan's operating in your life to keep you from it. So, but you still got to drink.
This Revelation 3:15. It says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot.
Wait. Lukewarm, neither cold nor hot. Now, in this truth, you'll realize that Yahweh Shema Shah will have patience with you. Whenever your flame ain't burning like it's supposed to. You know it when that happens. You know when you bullshit and you entertained by other things outside of the truth. You really, trying to get to read, you're trying to get to this, and your flame ain't what it is. And the Lord will have patience with you to get that together, man. He's long-suffering. That's that mercy. But the thing is, the only way to get to your flame getting took up is to examine yourself, okay, and remember, like that first love, the eye single turns your port. Because when you first fall in love, your eye single as hell.
Yeah.
Butterfly, you happy, man.
All your time,
feeling
your
good.
thoughts is on that.
All your thoughts. When you first came to the truth, that's how it was.
Yeah.
But then you have to learn the bitter side, and you have to learn how to adjust.
Yeah.
Okay, because why? Maybe as time went by, you got certain possessions. Well, guess you got to learn how to deal with those possessions. And those possessions can take your mind and make your eye single on those possessions and not on your first love.
Yeah.
So it's a growing thing, man. It's levels. Go ahead.
It says, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Eventually, if you don't get it together, okay, because he'll watch to give you enough rope to say, you know what, you ain't about this.
Yeah, you ain't giving that quality time
Right.
to the Lord, man.
Right.
You gotta give Yahweh Shema Shah that quality time. The Most High is not about ritual; He's about relationship. The ritual nature of the scriptures does not trump the relationship that the Most High wants to kindle between Him and His nation, Him and His woman. We have to have that mindset, and that's what obedience is. Obedience to the Heavenly Father brings you into a closer relationship through the Spirit with Yahweh Shema Shah. That's what the Most High wants, man.
Yeah.
He wants a friend, and it takes obedience to come into that friendship. Okay?
And not no friend like, hey, buddy, but a friend in understanding and respect and a bond and movement and unity. You know? So that's the relationship that the Most High is intending for us to build through the Spirit. Okay, but you have to be intentional about that. You want to build a relationship, you have to be intentional about it. It ain't gonna just be happenstance. Okay? It's like anything, man. You got your girl every single day. She come home, you just playing video games. Eventually, she gonna get tired of that shit.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you at work. You never at the crib, and then because for guys, man, we get that 1 hour, bro. I ain't trying, I'm trying to chill. Man.
You trying to chill, be in your own mind. You hear him talking, you okay.
Well, her, she like, you're not that hour. You're not listening. You don't love me. You don't love me. Like, damn, baby, it ain't like that.
When the last time have you sent me a nice text message? You be like, God, no. But that's a relative.
Yeah.
That's
so you don't want the Most High to have that type of thought towards you because you completely neglecting the relationship.
Right.
Okay?
Right. That's right. That's right.
Sirach chapter 6, verse 26. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power.
That's how we're supposed to do it with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Heavenly Father, man. Go ahead.
Verse 27. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go.
Yeah, man. Hold tight, man. Cover. Go ahead.
For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy.
Yeah. Because, babe, with that knowledge, you're going to have the understanding of life and immortality. Right. That means because your knowledge and wisdom is going to be proven. That obedience, that relationship is going to be proven through what? Trials and tribulation. Okay? Trials and tribulation is what's going to test that relationship. Right. And we coming into ultimate trials and tribulation with what? These coronavirus talks and the collapse of the markets and the market of beasts and World War III, and they coming up against the men of the Lord. Your faith and your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be tested. But if you're not cultivating that in these times right now through this grace period, you're likely to break. Right. You know?
That's right.
Hey, man, who likes to be in a relationship with a person that's constantly threatening you that they going to break up with you? Yeah. I'm tired of this. I'm leaving.
Right.
Every 5 seconds, man. You didn't cook, I'm leaving. You ain't supposed to cook, I'm leaving. You know, and everybody want to be with nobody like that, man. So if you treating the Heavenly Father like you always on the edge of, you got all these conditions towards whether you're going to be in the truth or not. Most High, you lukewarm, man. He's going to spew you out. Go ahead.
Just have to read up to get on that point. This is Sirach chapter 6 and 20. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her.
He that is without understanding ain't gonna stay. Ain't gonna remain, man. Go ahead.
Verse 21. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long.
Yeah, man. A simpleton is not gonna be able to get wisdom because it takes diligence.
Burdened by it.
You know, a lot of our people are burdened by just reading.
That's right.
You know, the simple task of, hey, read this. You know, a lot of people don't have the discipline to receive a standard of righteousness, man. Okay? And that's why whenever troubling times come, you'll get smacked. 99% of the people, when all hell breaks loose, you ain't gonna know it. You're gonna get smacked because you're too goofy. Okay? Oh, goofy. Go ahead.
Like I say, that burden, that stone that's put on you ain't meant for you to cry about that stone, but you can get that stone up off of you.
Yeah.
You know? That's what this thing is about. That's how you grow in the spirit. Keep overcoming time after time.
Absolutely. That's what's about.
Time after time. Keep overcoming. That's how you build a relationship. The Most High is grooming us, man, for this time, man. Like I say, Daniel's son didn't know Mr. Miyachi was grooming. He was just felt like it was a burden what he was doing. But
he was being groomed, you know, for an actual fight. You know, and that's what we're going through, being groomed, man. Through these things that seem burdensome to the carnal man.
Yeah, and it's beautiful when you're able to apply it. You know, he was doing the wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. And then dude came up to him, he was like, he got on his ass, and it felt sweet to him, you know what I'm saying? Then it clicked, and that's how it is for the men of the Lord when, you know, the things we're told in the studying, you see these demons and you're able to apply the things that you're studying and overcome. Right. You know? And we want to overcome the ultimate battle of the destruction of America and be ushered into the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, and so we got to keep our mind heavy on that, you know? Read your precepts?
This is Ecclesiastes.
Step over here. Step over here and read it loud.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, he that feareth Yahweh will do good, and he that hath the knowledge of Salakia, and he that hath the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. And as a mother shall she meet him, and receive him as a wife married of a virgin. With the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him water of wisdom to drink. You know, going to the wisdom, I can continue. Verse 4, it says, he shall be stayed upon her, and shall not be moved, and shall rely upon her, and shall not be confounded.
Yeah, and shall not be confounded, man. You're going to be able to be comforted into times that you're coming into, man. All right, boy?
Yeah, she shall exalt him above his neighbors, and the midst of the congregation she shall open his mouth.
That's right. That's right, man. And so we want to have that on our side. We want shalom. We want to come into that relationship. But that takes us what? Bowing down, submitting ourselves in obedience to have that poured down upon us.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Not leaving when times get rough. Trying to run out the door and end the relationship. Because you're mad. You're gonna be bitter and mad. But damn, at the end of the day, the Lord said, what Yahweh say? He said, look, be of good cheer, I've overcome the world. So if you focus on doing your job and overcoming, don't worry about what Satan doing. Satan gonna do what he do because that's what he do. You overcome evil with good. And that's how you overcome.
That's right.
This is Romans chapter 5, start at verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also. This is Romans chapter 5, verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
I'll read that again from the top, real quick.
Romans 5 and 1, it says, therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High. Justified by faith, man. Fully believing on Yahweh Shai to overcome what's in front of you, man. That's daily. Keep in mind, you're not promised tomorrow. I don't care what kind of plan you think you got. At the end of the day, man, I'm sure in this truth you didn't realize your plans got twisted up millions of times when you thought it was going to happen this way, that way, that way. Focus on today because you ain't promised tomorrow. The evil is sufficient enough in front of you. Satan, the war is heated in front of you right now, whether you see it or not. If you can't see it, that means your mind, your eye is occupied on other shit. You don't even see the reality of the war in front of you. Or what he's doing, what he's plotting, the setups, the traps, the landmines he set up in your life. You know, Jack can see the landmine and walk right on it. You know it's a landmine. Go ahead.
Verse 2. By whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand.
Access, like a code.
Yep.
Gate code.
Yep.
Okay, hit that button. What is it? Faith. Boop, boop, boop. Faith. In. It's open.
Yep.
Walking right through. Feeling good. Confident.
That's right.
King David had that. That's why he had that confidence, man. Hit that button. It was on. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to get that word justified by faith. I want to get that word justified real quick. It's a Strong's G1344. The word is dikio. Okay, it says to render righteous, or such he ought to be. You justify by faith. You render righteous, or such as he ought to be by faith, right? To show, exhibit, evince one to be righteous, such as he is and wishes himself to be considered. Ooh. Like when Neo, when he goes into the Matrix, what have it, the image of who he thinks he is pops up. You know. It says to declare, pronounce one to be just, righteous, or such as he ought to be. So faith justifies us. Shalom.
That's right.
Faith puts us in that mode. All right. It puts us into a higher form of who we ought to be. So we have to operate, we have to perform in a spirit of faith, man, in those times.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You want to walk like that. That takes what? Practice. That takes you always diligently working on that relationship.
Right. That's that glow.
That's right. That's right. That glow.
He came out that water, man.
Yeah, he did.
He can operate then, man.
He had to go through tribulation to understand it, though.
Yeah.
That's right. That's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
He had to overcome doubt.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, that doubt. Because a lot of times, what the Most High do, he'll destroy all your lifelines so you have nothing but him to depend on, man.
Sure.
Right. Either you're going to believe or you just going to be through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He cut all your lifelines through, man.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you said it, because when you first, I know me, a lot of other brothers, when you first come to the truth, man, you start seeing stuff cut off. Boom, boom, like, damn, I'm losing everything. But you're able to deal with it because that's a sweet stage. You see what I'm saying? Of the truth. It's so sweet, you like, I don't care, I don't need that, I don't need nothing. All I need is the word.
That's right.
You get bitter, you start starting to cut off. You gotta adjust to that, because you're more in the bitter stage. It's bittersweet. It goes back and forth. You gotta be able to roll with the punches.
Right.
Like in an actual fight. You might not, you ain't gonna win. You ain't win the whole fight. You got rounds. You know, so you get hit the chin, knocked on the ground, get your ass up, man. Righteous man falls 7 times, get back up again.
Right.
Keep swinging.
Cause we just now we probably in the second round of this thing as far as the brunt of the prophecies, man. So if you coming into the Jacob's trouble with a low operation of faith, you gonna get slung and drugged around this thing, man.
Ain't no joke.
You gonna get left behind. Okay, I know we read that, but I want to read this real quick. Colossians 2:10. It says, "And ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power, and whom also ye are circumcised with the circumcision made without hands, putting off the body of the sins of the flesh by the circumcision of Hamashiach, buried with him in baptism, wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of the Most High."
Hey, let me tell you something. That's so heavy. That's why when you read Romans 5, it talks about Abraham.
Yeah.
Okay, and it that chapter comforts you, because it reminds, like, look, did Abraham get the promise because he was just so keeping the law? The whole chapter goes in, it reminds you that faith. Okay, that's why it talks about Yahushua being the school, but taking us out from under the law, right? Because this is the thing, if you walk every day, you'll go crazy, because we're not built. We're built to rehearse and to try, but we're not built to be in that mind frame. So Yahushua's sacrifice took us out from under that, so that we can just focus on faith. Wow, right? Because Paul spoke about it. Hey, I was speaking to brother earlier. I said he allowed Paul to write. Look, it ain't no longer me that's doing this. It's my Paul said that. We got to be in the same mind frame to not be cast down by our mistakes, so that we can continue to fight. Because what'll happen, because you mentioned doubt earlier, right? What'll happen, man, you do something stupid, or you have a wicked thought, right? And that will weaken you if you allow it to weaken you. Because why? You be like, you know what, man, I ain't this, I ain't that. But the Lord keeps pushing faith for a reason. We're justified by faith. We ain't justified by the acts of the law. So faith is the main thing. Faith is the centerpiece of this truth, man. Don't forget that. It's a centerpiece.
That's where you're gonna get that justification. Okay? It says through him, it says, buried with him in baptism, wherein ye also are risen with him through the faith of the operation of the Most High, who have raised him from the dead. And you being dead in your sins, and the uncircumcision of your flesh, have he quickened together with him, having forgiven you all trespasses.
And that's why you got to read about Yahushua. When he came on the scene, what did he speak about mostly? Faith.
Yep.
Faith is what he spoke about mostly. He was pushing the disciples to get on another level. Yeah. Constantly reminding them, why are you so faithful? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. It's hand in hand. It's hand in hand. The sermon started off talking about the prophecies and the destruction and what's yet to come and all these things. But a part of the prophecy is what? Faith being found on the planet Earth.
Right.
Man. That's the key ingredient to our salvation is faith.
That's right.
You have to groom yourself in faith, man. In order to operate in this thing. That's how you're gonna communicate with the Heavenly Father, how you're gonna communicate amongst the brotherhood, how you're gonna take yourself to the next level in this thing. When we start to consume ourselves with these little daily issues that's going on in our lives, your little weak issues that's going on, we all got that going on, man. Welcome to the club. Join us. You going through shit? Join us. Welcome. But if you gotta be able to focus on the bigger picture, man.
Right. Yeah. Back in Romans chapter 5, verse 2. It says, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High. And not only so,
that's the big picture. You hope in the glory of the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope.
Wait. So you understand through wisdom, you understanding that your tribulations is a process of you getting closer to him. If you can't get that in your mind, you're not going to make it.
Why? Because it's like the brother said earlier, when you're going through things and the Most High stripping things from you, it forces you to have more faith. It forces you to
depend on him.
Yep.
That's right.
So that's cultivated. That patience, that suffering is cultivating your dependence on or that relationship with Yahweh Shem Shah.
That's right.
Just like when you're going through something, who you gonna cry to? 9 times out of 10, your woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's who covers you. You know what I'm saying? I keep using that as an allegory towards who you go to in the spirit, man. You know? Tribulations.
Right.
How about you, Go ahead, Champ.
Verse 5. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of the Most High shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit which is given unto us.
That's the love. That's the love. You got to understand it. That's the love he's showing to us, man.
Right.
Your bitterness has sparkled up because this didn't go right, because that didn't go right. Look, man, really sit down and examine it the correct way with wisdom. That's the love that's being shown, man. The Lord said, you're supposed to be thankful in all things. It said that's the will concerning you in this will, doing the will of Yahweh. That's doing the will, man. That's part of doing the will is being thankful for the bullshit you go through because you understand that it's the process of you getting closer to Him. Right. Either you want to get closer to Yahweh Shem Shah or you don't. And if you don't, if you do, you have to expect these things are going to take place. Right. It ain't going to be just no sprint right to Him into His arms like on the beach. You know, on the beach, they run and they keep going. And nah, you're going to trip. You know, your big toe going to fall in the sand. You know what I'm saying? Big shell going to clip your toe down. Going to be bleeding. Hey, you gonna be hurt like a motherfucker. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of you being in the ship and you can see the shore, right? But you see these storms in between. You like, okay, I see it though. It's right there. The Lord is right there, and you get closer and closer, You ain't to the shore just yet. Because the shore to me is hugging your house on that chair. We made it.
Yeah.
Right.
But this process of coming out of the world, coming into the truth, we be getting closer and closer. And you see the land more clear and more clear.
Right.
If you're moving forward, if you have overcome the bullshit that you go through, if you have accepted that that's the love, you know?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you know, this is one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite books in the Bible, because we have faith that we're gonna, at the end of all this, we're gonna be ushered into the kingdom of heaven. But through that understanding, we know we're gonna have trials and tribulations. So we rejoice through the filtering and understanding of the scriptures and the knowledge of, okay, this is the process that we got to go through in order to get that glory, man. And so it's a diligent process. We talk about, through hope and through experience, patience, process. And we're going through that right now,
So this is James 1 verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Just meaning chill out. Chill out, man. Okay, it's hard. Chill out. Let it have its perfect work. Read. If you read the scriptures, you know that I'm doing this. You know that you have to be patient, which links to Sirach chapter 2. Okay, when you brought to a Lord, be patient when you brought to a Lord's state.
Right.
Okay, matter of fact, real quick, can somebody get that? Sirach 2 chapter. Real quick, go ahead, finish that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
People out like that. Why y'all looking for that?
I saw you.
Start top.
Yeah.
Sirach chapter 2 verse 1.
You saw that, right?
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul. Okay? Because I'm going to test you. I'm going to groom you. Okay? Because you better keep coming to that grooming room. Because if you leave that grooming room, it's your ass. Okay? If you're scared to move forward because I'm testing you, it's going to be your ass. Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright, constantly endure.
Set thy heart aright. Your mind. Understand. Okay? With all I get understanding. Understand what this is. When you first came to the truth, you did not understand what this truth was about. Right. You was in the beginning stage of tasting it, okay, and eating it and digesting it and starting to really understand. Okay? And now you're flushing out the bullshit about yourself and you seeing things. Go ahead.
You're going through a detox.
Right, exactly.
And if you
That's
detox
what's going on.
tough, it make you start sweating.
Stomach hurt.
Lay down. Like, I don't want to eat right now. Hey, as a grown man, a strong detox make you curl up, man.
Sure will. It's true.
Like say you go to your wife, you start laying on her.
A lot of guys coming to the truth and they don't really realize that this is a business too, man. This is a profession. This ain't no boys club. All right, guys coming to this circle and you want to play around too damn much. You want to just come out here and preach and eat chicken. No, man. The Most High is looking for the upgrade. And there's a system and a way and a standard that's being set. Okay? You can get down or you can move around. Okay? Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Constantly endure. What are you enduring? Think about this. What are you enduring? The tribulations that's coming your way. Who's putting those tribulations in your path? Okay, you can say Satan every day you want to. Who control him?
Yeah. What happened with Job?
See, these are the details you have to remember when you're going through your bullshit. If you don't remember these details, your ass will be controlled by the demon and you will be going everywhere he wants you to go because you mad, because you bitter. Now you can't focus because you mad.
Right.
Go ahead.
Ariella, if I just may say, Ariella, he just mentioned, remember Job.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole book of Job is for. It's like, remember him.
Right.
And when Satan talked to the Most High, he said he was going throughout the earth, and the Most High was like, the Most High pretty much served Job up on a platter to Satan. He asked him, he said, well, out of all the people you saw, because he was proud of Job, he was like, have you considered him? Then he said, well, you got a hedge about him, so I can't touch him. You got a hedge about everything you gave him, so I can't touch that. And anything that's cool with Job, I can't touch that either.
Right.
So he was like, but if you take that away, he'll curse you. So what was Satan's job? His job was to try this man's heart to see if he was truly worthy of serving Yahweh Hashem.
Right,
That's what's happened to us.
Hey, try to snatch the love away he had in him. Trying to snatch the love, and the Most High was testing the love. Beautiful. Go ahead, Adam.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
How you gonna cleave on him if you don't trust him? Come on. Listen, you don't cleave to nothing you don't trust. You shouldn't. That's fake cleaving. Because when you really trust, look, when you really trust something, man, you feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, it ain't just words. You know, if you are, I trust the Most High, you gotta feel that, man. The words ain't gonna get you on the chariot because you speak it. Okay, it has to be sincere and real. How about Shema Shah know every single one of us know if we trust him or not? He know it, man. You leave here, Shalom, driving your car. He know you scared. You can't hide, man. Nowhere you can hide, nowhere you can run. Nowhere. Go ahead.
That's why you got to be honest with yourself.
You got right. And that takes examination. Examine ourselves before judgment, and thou shalt find mercy. Go ahead.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Go ahead.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. It don't mean that you jumping around with pom-poms, but in your spirit and your mind, you're calm and collected. The cheerfully is, I understand, Lord. I know what this is.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm irritated, but I'm not going to really panic. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to catch yourself. You catch yourself, you get so irritated, you're like, hold up, I'm tripping. Because angels watch you like this. You're being watched on how you react to the things that's put in your path, man. Get your head in the game. Understand what this is about. Understand what the Lord is doing.
Circumstance, man. Satan is going to affect your circumstances.
Man, non-stop.
But your integrity is in your mind. Your integrity is continually being focused on that cultivating that relationship.
That's right.
And knowing that the Most High has power over any circumstance. There ain't no circumstance that you can be in that the Most High can't better or change. Yeah, and even death. See, we're gonna have victory even over the circumstance of death.
That's right. That's it.
Okay, and so when you fully, when you have faith in that, you walk with joy and confidence because you know ain't nothing in this world that can conquer you in Yahweh Hashem.
That's right.
Even death.
That's right.
There's a body reserved for you that go hard.
That's right.
Way better than whatever this is.
Right.
Okay, yeah, all these people over here fighting for the crumbs of this whack society, and they don't even really go for the crumbs. They don't even go for the crumbs, man. They get less than the crumbs. They just, you know, the anime, not anime, but it's the old Looney Tunes when the dog was broke in the hole. He was cooking that pot. He opened the pot. It was just steam. It was just steam in the pot. It wasn't even pee. It was just steam. He eating the steam. That's what these people are fighting for. He's eating that steam with a spoon, man. This is that steam, man. So you ain't fight. Don't fight for this, man. There's much more. You know. It reminds me of that scene in Hook when Robin Williams was sitting with the Lost Boys and they was trying to get him to focus on belief and faith. They sat down to eat because he just got through training. He was hungry. So they brought out all the pots and pans and dishes, and so Robin Williams, he played the part of Peter Pan. He was like, hell yeah, no, we about to eat. It was a banquet. So they started opening up the pots and they started eating and pretending like they was eating. There wasn't no food on the plate. And so Robin Williams looking at everybody like, man, hell no. They was like, play with us, man. Believe, play with us. So he had to focus on that belief, man. And then he started playing with him. He started believing that he was eating. He started believing that he was drinking. He started believing that he was at a feast.
Rufio was he was rebuking him, man.
Yeah, he was being rebuked, man, for his lack of faith.
He accepted the rebuke.
So then when he started to understand what happened, feast appeared in front of his face. That's what's happening with us, man. We hoping the things not seen.
Right.
Okay? We hoping those things that's immortal that people don't see, man.
By faith, not by sight.
People walking by faith, not by sight, man. And what's gonna happen, man? The Most High is gonna crack them clouds, man. We gonna have a feast of holy spiritual power rain down on the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead,
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Patience. You overcome with that patience. Because the guys who leave and go crazy and get bugged out, they lost patience. Because their circumstances to them, it wasn't worth it no more to sit in the circumstances they had and continue to fight. They said, hell, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, I can't take this no more. Pretty much. Go ahead.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Acceptable men, acceptable sons of the power. Okay? That's what he's doing to you, man. Okay?
That precept, that links up with Zechariah 13 and 9. We talk about the 1/3 versus the 2/3. How, the gold's going to be tried in the fire, man. You know?
Hey, gold purifies it. It purifies with the fire. So it's making you more pure, and as that step is happening, you're getting closer to him. And it ain't like you get closer to him, you don't feel it. No, you're going to feel it in their relationship. Like we talked about earlier. You're going to feel it. Okay? Just like you feel something wrong if you're in a relationship. And you're going to feel it, man. It's going to be real. Go ahead.
And like I say this, when you're dealing with gold starts out in a raw form. Mm-hmm. It starts out in an ore. So the men get that, and it has all these impurities.
Yep.
Anything impure does not last in fire. When the fire gets hot enough, it destroys anything that's impure. So if you're an impure individual, you're going to get destroyed in that fire. But if you endure that fire, you come out as gold.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Beautiful. That's right.
You come out clean and pure.
Yes.
Well.
That's right.
That's what we're trying to do.
Hey, which is why when it talks about that I shall make a man, this I shall make a man more precious than gold. Meaning it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna surpass gold. You're gonna be so pure, it's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I want to read this about to smelt. It's called smelting. Whenever you take gold and you heat it and you remove the impurities from the ore, and that whenever you get the gold to the top level is like 99.99999. Then now they have a process of smelting where you got almost pure gold. And gold is a very, very amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It can be utilized as in so many different facets, in health, in architecture, in just anything, man. Construction,
Pots out of it.
all types of stuff, right? It says smelt. This is in the dictionary. Extract the metal from its ore by a process involving heating and melting. And let's see what else it's got. It's also a type of marine fish. Maybe we're gonna get some Well, it don't go too much deeper, but basically that's that heating or that trying process, man. Our impurities are being removed from our spirit, from our conscience, from the way that we are, by being tried by fire, by going through tribulation. All right.
If you endure, then you'll level up and level up and level up.
And that's also why gemstones are very valuable as well. The reason they have these type of colors and just different things because the colorful gemstones like red and green, that's forms of gold inside of them. That's why you rock them the way you rock them, and they have the health benefits that they have. Like you said, gold is just amazing on all these different rounds, and it has an effect on how the earth operates, everything. You know, in the air, the minerals, like I say, it just operates that way. And see, that's what the Most High is getting out of us. Impurities hold you back, man. And as a Jake from Babylon, you done came from this, and now you're coming into the truth, which is the complete opposite of what we are. You filled with the impurities.
Where y'all from, man? Where y'all from? Huh? Oh, y'all from Dallas originally? Okay. Y'all seen us out here before? This y'all first time out here?
What y'all talking about?
We're the Israelites. We're teaching the scripture. We're teaching out of the Bible. What do y'all believe in particular?
I'm Muslim. I'm actually from Palestine.
Oh, you from Palestine?
Yeah.
That's where your family's from? That's what's up, man.
I was born in Jerusalem.
All your family doing good out there, man?
Doing good.
It's getting heavy out there. It's getting heavy, man. Major changes are coming for that land. Most High's gonna reset that land, man. What part of Palestine?
Jerusalem.
Oh, you from Jerusalem? That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You get to travel back often, or?
Do I give them trouble?
I said, do you get to travel back often?
Yeah, I was there this summer.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Jerusalem is going through major changes, man. They're making a lot of political moves to try to move more Palestinians out and try to create more chaos in that land. So we're gonna see what the prophecies have in store for Jerusalem and all the land round about. You know, that whole strip. You know, all your family they Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, hopefully we'll see what happens in these times to come. We out here, we talk about end time prophecies. We talk about what's set to come. We talk about what's set to befall our people here, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that have been scattered. You know, we read about those prophecies in the Bible. You read your Quran?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, we come out of the like that. We come out of the scripture though. So right now we just read some scriptures, man.
It's 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 6, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes.
He said, let's go, man. Go ahead.
1 Peter 1 and 7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perishes, though it be tried with fire.
Yeah, man, everybody's faith is going to be tried, man, with fire. All right, like that coronavirus that's sweeping across the land, these markets in tumults, that's going to try the faith of the people of the earth, man, especially when the war of Armageddon comes. Everybody's faith is going to be tried in that time. Ain't going to be no games. We're going to see where he's going to let's go in that day. We're going to see that pride melt off his heart in that day, too. Okay, go ahead.
It says, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor.
It's funny, my mind said there's a Muslim that was going to come up here. And when a Muslim come, I'm just going to dismiss him and keep it moving. Go ahead.
It said,
Can't even debate.
it says,
I was like, oh yeah? All right. Cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. Go ahead.
might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach.
That's what it's talking about when you're reading the Sirach 2, that thou shalt increase at the last end. Okay, because you've been tried by that fire, but you're going to be shown up in glory, man. Okay, you're going to rise up with Yahushua in glory because you endured that fire, because he did. I mean, think about the fire that Yahushua endured. And the whole time he was walking, he knew he was going to endure it. Cursed Peter out. Peter tried to convince me what? He knew he was going to go to that fire, man. Okay? So, just accept it, man.
We being counted for what?
Yeah, there's 20 Hebrew Israelites out here.
Go ahead.
Precept. Hebrews 12 and 3, for consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds.
Consider him. Read about Yahushua. Y'all say, look, he's a be of good cheer. You know what I'm saying? I've overcome the world. Be of good cheer.
Hebrews chapter 12 and 3, for consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners.
Consider Yahushua. Okay, go read about it. Do a lesson. How about do a lesson about it? Speak about it. Testify about it. Go ahead.
It says, against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds.
Right, man. Meaning, in other words, you think it's impossible to get out of your circumstance. Okay, you don't even believe in the resurrection.
That's the majority of our people in this state now. They don't believe, man. They believe in what these Edomites say, man. They believe in Donald Trump, and they believe in Barack Obama and LeBron James or whoever.
Man, look, man. They believe in Popeye's chicken sandwiches. That's how low they are. It's lower than low.
Verse 4, ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, nor faint when thou art rebuked of it.
Despise it not, because why? Be thankful. Because are you a son or are you a bastard? If you're a bastard, you go ahead, go be Mayweather. Just carry, because y'all talented. Just carry your talented ass over in the world and do your thing. Okay? And not be chastised. Okay? Read that last part again.
It says Hebrews 12:5, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, nor faint when thou art rebuked of it.
So when we read these scriptures, man, we going into this topic. Look beyond us. Who's speaking here? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is speaking. He's speaking to all of us.
And we ain't got to the hard part yet. So, you got fired, okay. You got your head hurt, all right. Your baby mama tripping, okay. But what happens when things are getting serious, man? You know? So don't despise the chastening. We're building up in this thing and getting ready for actual more serious times where your life is on the line. Okay? That when you shipwreck, when you're in prison. You got stuff going on and you literally have no way out. Okay? So these are the things you practice mentally and spiritually so you can be fortified in the faith during that time. Okay? Things are ramping up. I don't know how much more we got to say this, man. There's not much more time we're going to be out here telling you. Dabu 7, he was talking about basically how that Trump is just announced that they getting ready to bring out these vaccines, and you could hear Dabu 7 kind of like, man, I've been telling y'all this whole time, man. You know, if you ain't been stocking up, I've been on here for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Telling y'all it's gonna get real out this bad boy. This is Dabu. I can't do the Dabu 7 lifetimes of mine, man. I've been telling you guys. But we've been telling y'all out here for years, man. Hey. You know, the playtime is starting to get wrapped up here in America, man. It's not gonna be too much la la land where you just walking around with that dumb look on your face, man. That's right. Okay? It's gonna come a time where the Most High is gonna require all the things you've been saying and doing, man. So we want to make sure that we on the right side of things. Okay?
That's it. Hey, with that, just really focus, brothers, focus on this in the spirit. You know, what you're going through, it ain't gonna stop. So just accept it, man. Accept it and be more thankful for your tribulations versus bitter. Focus on that. But with that, I'm gonna give our praise to
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to your Akim that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Ball.